happy Monday to everyone out there. Welcome to TopstepTV. This is Fast Markets. The man in the corner is John Hoagland. Lower corner is Michael Patak, and our guest, Stock Market Wolf. What's up, fellas?
What's happening?
What's going
Wolf,
on?
I haven't been on with you. I haven't been on with you in a while. How you doing?
The Wolf is
Good,
in the
man.
house.
How you guys?
Yeah, man. Good.
Wolf.
Doing all right, man. I'm in the middle of remodeling my house, so it's like
that's
a whole
fun.
cluster over here. Yeah.
Oh god. Yeah, the dust will kill me. All right, cool. What are we looking at?
Hit him, Michael.
What are we looking at?
For me, NQ, I'm looking for a break of 18,350 for a call trade. Otherwise, I'm looking for a move underneath 18,300 for a put. Aside from that, I'm just going to kind of sit back. We're kind of just in this little channel. For ES, I'm looking for a break of 52.20.
You're open.
That was loud.
But I think we're going
That's a bell to wake your ass up on a Monday right there. Let's go.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Okay,
We're selling off hard in the NASDAQ here.
Yeah,
Yep,
look how thin the dome is still in the S&Ps.
Seriously, man.
Oh my god, it's so dumb. Yeah, it's so thin.
Wow. And NASDAQ breaking hard here. Gold catching a bid. Dow cut a bid too. But NASDAQ really made the first move out of the gate there to the downside. Coming up to 18,300.
What do you think? MLOs? Market on open? Bunch of sells because
still selling. He just hit 18,300.
Market on open was 340 million to the buy side.
What's the market? What's the big headlines right now? Because I heard over the weekend there was some drone stuff.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, Iran attacked Israel. Israel seemed to be prepared for it. It was a very slow, evolving attack, if you will, and the market didn't really flinch.
No,
it didn't.
Here we are.
99.9% of them were taken out in the air.
Yes, they were.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah,
it was. Biden was giving us the warning on Friday.
Still shots fired, so that's not.
Shots fired, and retaliation probably around the corner.
Okay. We did have one of the talking Feds, Williams, speak this morning right at 7:30. Just kind of looking for any highlights that he's got here. I don't see the recent inflation data as a turning point, whatever that means. He says monetary policy is in a good place. He's still looking for a rate cut this year. Doesn't really talk about how many or how much. He does think that we do have restrictive monetary policy, so I'm thinking he's not thinking about raising rates, but he's getting more optimistic about potential growth. Latest CPI is important information, and it is affecting forecasts, of course, right? That's what PCE is what they're looking at. Markets are taking slower inflation progress into account, and I think that's really important. He says slower inflation progress. Inflation isn't going down; it's still going up, just at a slower rate. So I think they've really got a lot of work to do before we can really start talking about lowering rates.
I saw that, John. I took a quick peek at the 10-year yield. We're up to 4.61%. All right, hold on. Back to the market. Yeah, NASDAQ's still selling here. We're not finally dipping beneath 18,300. Yes, John.
So
we have not solved inflation yet, John.
No,
it's below 300. Wolf, what are you thinking right now? I'm short 01s, 1301s, just a one lot. Dip a toe in the water.
I got short
18,300.
I got short 18,300 is where I took my short.
Okay, I got same spot.
S&Ps have a $7.
I normally like to wait till the candle to close.
Still selling,
but it's been flushing so much that we're already about to hit the 80s here.
Nice cover. You're coming up to VWAP here. You might want to hit the reverse button on that VWAP. We'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, it looks like VWAP's at 75, 80.
I got that too. Roger that.
Yep. Yeah. So, maybe cover a little bit right here.
Yeah, I had a one lot on, so I covered at 84s. So there's a 350.
Dip a toe in that water, Michael.
Awesome job.
Dip a toe. Water is warm.
Yeah, it rejected off of that 350 level really hard this morning.
Bad news for Apple. What do we got going on? Down because of iPhone week sales.
Yeah. The Samsung is now the most popular smartphone out there.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right. Coming up the view app here in the S&P is about the only market really moving right now. Not S&P's,
Yeah.
NASDAQ's crashed it. NASDAQ.
Yeah. S&P looks like
finally
it's
broke
touching
out the
that
opening
20
range.
exponential.
what time frame, Wolf?
I use the 5-minute, so it's underneath
Okay.
the 9 exponential, but it's still holding the 20 here at 5205. I'm not interested in it until 5200, which would be under that 50 EMA. All right, here's VWAP on the NASDAQ.
Yep.
Right here.
So
Yep.
covering some just right here,
Hold on.
just because I don't want the reversal potential. But if we flush underneath, oh my gosh.
Well,
Yeah, if
it's
it keeps
not
going.
holding up. It's not holding up. It's not holding
Hold
up.
on. Hold steady here, fellas.
Oh man, did we catch a rocket this morning?
Oh, well, your 300 slipped out really nicely. So there's that.
Sure did.
Yeah, 25-point move, not bad.
Not bad.
Nice.
There's no bids
No,
in
it's-
here yet.
There's no
Yeah.
bids to be found at all.
Momentum in the NASDAQ, just downside
Yes, sir.
momentum.
Look at all the charts. The only chart that's got some movement.
What's
here.
Nvidia doing?
I can tell you that. Hang on.
Magnificent mile.
Tesla getting hammered.
Nvidia came off its highs. It's
Oh yeah, the Nvidia
currently 883. So that's coming off. Microsoft is coming off. Apple is, of course, coming off. Meta is still a little bit higher, but it's heading back down towards that 5190 level. Yeah, the tech sectors, they're all getting a little bit smoked right now.
Yeah.
All right.
Not a
Just
bad
trading
morning.
beneath the VWAP here in the NASDAQ. Taking a look at tilt early on. Nothing really significant. So 50-50. Gold finally beneath 2,400. Gold, what a day on Friday. Well, that was a quite the move in gold. I think we topped out around 2,450. And we saw almost $100 turnaround by the closing bell in gold. It's very volatile. Definitely the start of the show on Friday.
Oh, how'd that VWAP, Dre? Just like you
Yeah,
said.
it did. We're going to see.
So far.
It's in a battle. It's in a battle right now.
Tesla sales are down and they're laying off. All I know is I got a little tour. I got a little tour of a Cybertruck yesterday from this guy that parked right next to me.
Thoughts?
And I got a short. Get short.
Yeah,
No,
sure, dude.
Cybertruck doesn't do it for you.
I mean,
Is there just a big ass iPad in there?
it's one big ass iPad.
Just a big ass iPad.
And then it's just like, I don't know, like you're not driving around the farm mending fence. I know that with that thing.
City car.
It's city truck.
Yeah.
It's just big and square. And I when I say square, like it takes up a lot of the road. Feels like
Looks
it's
like
wider.
It looks like your kid drew it. And
Looks like my kid made it on Legos. It's junk. It's so ugly. Reset free code, please. I don't know how that one fits in, but okay. 70% long. 70% long. Tilt. Go ahead, Wolf.
On YouTube the other day that took the tires out and they put track steers instead.
Yeah,
on all four.
On all four. I've seen that. Pretty wild. All right, 75s, 18275s. The 300s did not hold up.
Still
The Wolf said below the 300s, he's going to like to buy a put. Did you buy a put or did you sell or did you get short a future?
I'm doing futures with you guys. So I went on short on NQ. I'm still holding the short.
Okay, you're looking for it.
Okay.
Retest it. I may jump in there with you. Give me the 90s. Give me the 90s. What a great year for some people.
Tell us about your 90s, MP.
Yeah, you were thriving.
Oh, rolling the pants. You name it. Z Cavaricis, Jabot.
Yes. Yeah,
Andre, weren't you working at Abercrombie and Fitch during that time period?
Yes,
late 90s. I was indeed. Late 90s, indeed. I was.
He was the guy in the very, very back.
Not-
You know, they put guys in the front, they put guys in the very back.
I was folding clothes in the back. Spraying that god awful.
No.
That god awful perfume around the dance floor. Huh? Yeah.
It's
There's some
harsh.
truth to that. Hey, 83% short and crude right now.
70% long in NASDAQ. This is the tilt, guys. These are guys, everybody here with Topstep with an open position.
You got to know what tilt is by now.
We got new people.
That's true. That's true. If VWAP playing
data
NASDAQ, looking nice.
Yeah, it's data that nobody else has. We share it to give so you guys get a bias. And it scrolls at the top of your screen. I'd say that's about 15 seconds delayed. But if you hit Topstep X, it's real time. And
Yes, it is.
you gotta feel the sediment or see the sediment, the bias. When 80% or more people get long, we call it getting tilty.
Yes.
Just
Justin
watch
Davis,
what happens.
you know what's up. Hey, all right, real quick. Big week ahead of us. A little light on the E-code today. Eddie, what do we got on the calendar?
Well, good morning, boys and girls. Happy
What's up,
Monday. Good to see all these happy, smiling faces. Coming up in about 20 minutes, we have our housing market index.
Okay.
We also do have the retail inventories. That was the auto for Feb. Coming up at 10:30 today, 3-month bill and 6-month bill auction. We also do have the Atlanta Fed GDP now at 1 o'clock. And later on tonight, we do have FOMC member daily speaking. And that's what I've got so far for our eco. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Eddie.
Alto
NASDAQ.
shorts at 300.
If you got long that VWAP, take some heat.
Yeah.
But it's just proving profitable.
I'm short of two lot from 07. And if this thing wants to rip, then that's a pretty big bounce off VWAP. Pretty big bounce.
Dow moving to the upside. S&Ps held pretty strong. NASDAQ just fell out of bed on that open. Gold falling out of bed a little bit here. Crude taking a look to the downside as well. Good morning, traders. Matt Maya.
S&P looks like it wants to break that pre-market high, which I'll take a long if it does.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to get out on this.
NQ, I got out at 300. At NASDAQ, I got out back at entry, which was at 300.
Yeah, I'm out.
Nice little play on it, 25-point move. Let the rest come back to entry.
All right.
It's going to flirt with these 300s, huh? Float around here.
Like a mad
Float.
That pre-market high.
NVIDIA's making a new high, so maybe that'll push
the S&Ps.
Okay.
That pre-market high in the S&Ps is the dead ass high for the session today.
Okay.
Yeah.
That VWAP, Wolf, I'm hearing like 60% of the time it works like all the time.
60% of the
Yogi
time.
Berra.
It works
I don't know
every
how I
time.
should play it. George said that.
George said that. I think, it's Yogi Berra quite big. 10-year yields, guys, over 4.61%. 4.62%. We bottomed out around 4.38 last week, so we're up 24 basis points in the last few days.
Yeah, look at the
The
10-year.
theme is longer for higher. Longer for higher. There you go.
This is the 30-minute and the 10-year. Just getting carried.
Hammered.
Yep.
Prices go down, rates go up.
Yep.
Inverse relation.
So
You've been
so much
you've
for those
been
7 rate
studying.
cuts this year.
What up, Johnny?
You've been studying.
Man,
It's so
I've had my mom's in town, my father-in-law's in town.
it's
Head is spinning.
Last day of ski season.
It's too much.
it's hard,
to do.
man. It is hard to just like carve out time to do all that. I get it, man.
100%. That's probably where my anxiety comes from because I'm studying for the Series 3, Wolf.
Oh,
We're all going to become official market professionals. I mean, not like 20 years in the business means we're amateurs, but hey,
Right.
John 25 probably.
How's the studying going?
Good. I mean, I'm 90 pages into a 300-page book, so I don't know if that's good or just getting started.
We should
Almost
just live
1/3,
quiz you every day, dude.
Oh, well, that's what I put, Jack.
Oh, we do. Oh, don't
You want
tempt
to
me.
get? I got a minute. I got 1 minute. I got to jump
All
on
right.
the call. Yeah.
Let's do
All
it.
right.
I
You got
can
1
do it
minute?
later. I'll do it right now.
Too late. Let's do it right now.
All
All
right,
right, we'll do it live.
Oh,
All right.
Going live.
don't go unit. Don't go half 100 pages deep. Jack has the
Michael,
book as well.
Yeah, I'm also not loading these questions in real time, Michael. So what I have is what you get. You ready?
That's right. Yes.
No
All
margin
right.
stuff.
Here's your question. A rounded top chart pattern is an indicator of A, a volatile market, B, a bullish market, C, a gradual change pointing to a possible bear market, or D, a decrease in volume.
I mean, I'm
Okay.
feeling
Pulls up.
I'm slacking you.
I'm feeling C. A rounded top chart pattern is an indicator of not a volatile market,
I'm feeling C too.
not a bullish market. I'm feeling C. It's a chart
On
pattern.
C.
I don't know. You can't.
The answer is it is C, Michael. So
All right,
you're
guys.
saying
I'll
there's
see
a
you in a
You
chance.
go on your way, Michael.
I gotta
One winning
go to that
trade.
test.
One quick quiz
One winning
question.
trade.
What a
Yes.
start to a Monday, Michael. Thanks
I'll
for
be
joining us.
I'll be back in about an hour or less. I got to talk to some CME folks, which is good. Terry Duffy, thank you very much for putting that meeting together. And I'll be
Awesome.
All right, see you
I'm
later.
jumping on there right now. I'll see you guys.
Yeah.
Take care.
Success.
Good start from Michael. One winning trade, one correct quiz question.
Yeah.
Nice, good.
Perfect.
Nice.
And a very
A man
important
for all seasons, yeah.
A man for all can sprayed all fields. Good job.
one.
All right, fellas. So we saw the NASDAQ sell off pretty hard right out of the opening gate. Dipped beneath VWAP.
Yeah.
Wolf was calling it here. We break
Yeah.
beneath. What'd you sell there? Wolf, you sold like 02s or 03s? You able to catch some Did you take the profits or you kept letting it ride?
No, so I got in at 300, and then when it hit VWAP, like you called out, I covered some, and then when it came back to 300, I got out the remaining. I should have just sold everything, but it's all right.
Sure enough.
But
you're looking for a
now
runner.
I'm not looking for the long though because we're underneath that 9 and I use the EMA, so we're underneath the 9 and 20 exponential. It's kind of bouncing off of it, so I think we'll probably go sideways here for a little bit. So I'm looking for a break of 18,320 to take a long. And then if it goes back underneath VWAP, then I'll look for a short. But until then, I'm just kind of sitting on my hands. And then for the S&P, I'm waiting until it breaks that pre-market high for a long. Otherwise, a move underneath 5,200 for the short.
Very good.
Just sidelines right now.
Played it out. He's playing it out there for you folks. We did this on Friday. Do it again today. Hey, Wolf, what account are you trading right now, and what's your P&L, just so we can update the board here?
So I haven't been using the Topstep, but I should. I took 10 contracts, and I sold half. I sold 5 contracts at that 25-point drop. So what is that? 5 times 25, like $100 or $1,000 for the morning so far.
Okay, there you go, Rob.
Nothing crazy.
That's a good start, though. Gold 71%, gold 72% long. Saw a nice bounce there, $4 pop. I was seeing some sellers now.
Yeah.
You got it, Robert.
What's that? Gold holding that low, huh? At what is that?
You don't hold low.
84.50.
I got 59 as the lowest. 59,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
23.59. Gold has been, like I said, last Friday, gold was just wild. And we'll see if that plays out today. Also, keep in mind, we have headline risk coming out. We got, what's that?
Are you in anything?
No trading right now. No trading. Keep in mind, we do have headline risk coming out from the Middle East at any times. So we'll be scanning the wires for that. As you know, there were some attacks over the weekend, but they were planned, so to speak. They were accounted for, I should say. And we're going to keep an eye on any headlines coming out. Waiting for perhaps a response, retaliation from Israel. Again, no politics involved. It's strictly the economics and how it affects the markets here. Because it doesn't influence the markets. On the reopening yesterday evening, not a whole lot of action. But you never know. That could change in a moment's notice. So something we'll keep an eye on. Like Eddie said, we do have a number here in 12 minutes. NHB housing survey. Eddie will give us the updates there.
That's in 12.
12 minutes.
Yeah. Business inventories and housing market index.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes. And we've got a lot of earnings this week too, right, John? We got a bunch of all the financials are kicking off. They start Friday, and we're going to roll through this week, I believe.
Yeah, we have. This morning we had Goldman Sachs, which really knocked it out of the park. Charles Schwab was also this morning. Tomorrow in United Healthcare, Johnson and Johnson, Bank of America, Morgan Stanley.
Nice, Johnny.
I can.
That's great.
We can go further into the week if you would like.
Yeah, sure. We could do a little preview. This is a hell of a week, by the way. We got bell to bell this week. Not saying when, but we got bell to bell this week.
Yes, we do. They've been asking, and I told them, I said, I know it's happening, but I don't know
tell
when.
us, John. They don't tell us around here.
When.
No, they don't.
I don't know when. Jack was like, yeah, they don't tell us, so it can't be tortured out of us.
Yes.
Can't
be tortured.
Wednesday, U.S. Bank Corp, Abbott Labs. Thursday, Blackstone. Jeez.
I wonder how that's everything. Yeah, I wonder how business is going for them.
Right. Marsh McLennan, which I had to make a retraction. They're an insurance company, but they insure a lot of commercial properties.
Okay.
P&G, Netflix is Friday after the close. American Express Friday morning. Fifth Third Bank Friday morning. We're really at the front edge of earnings. Yeah. So it's not like we're getting killed every day with a whole bunch of them, but there's important ones every day.
Love it. Good. Market moving events. We'll keep you posted here at TopstepTV. Yeah, I saw Goldman fixed income traders absolutely killed it, smashed it out of the park.
Yep. Probably
trading those bonds, baby.
Sling them bonds, baby.
Oh yeah, slinging bonds.
Yep. Okay. Oh, we'll wait this sucker out, and in the meantime, Morgan Stanley. So we got the
probably won't do anything for the next 9 minutes.
That's fine. That's good. What's your so you got 5,000 there, Wolf? Good job,
Andre. I think we have the go ahead too. If you want to, in the spirit of Goldman slinging those bonds, if you want to sling a house accounted trade at some point.
Oh yeah,
I think that the runway is clear for that.
Very good.
He's
very
on
good.
A call with the CME, so
yes, he is. I like that. Well, let's just pull some levels here from our guys like Stock Market Wolf and John, and we'll see who we got here in the chat that we kind of bounce some levels off of a little bit later here. But thank you, Jack. I appreciate that. Sounds good to me. Our actual trade was taking that trade off the open there, just catching the shorts to the downside there in the NASDAQ. That was a nice trade. Buying it right off VWAP. Boom, boom. Your one trade for the day if you did enough size.
Did you take that?
I'll go the lights.
I did not. No.
You didn't take the bounce off VWAP?
I did not. No. Driving and trading.
Hey, man, you called it perfect.
I was calling out for you guys, man. Everyone's watching out for each other. I do not have I don't have the NASDAQ up right now. I'm looking at a very thin S&P market right now. John, we're hypothesizing last week that we think it's because of the headline risk. This is why it's so thin in the S&Ps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's a little bit thicker today than it was last week.
Yeah, last week was weird.
But just a lot of headline risks out there, and probably a lot of algos shut off. And
I think you're right. Not getting blindsided.
No,
I just don't want to get blindsided. Hey, we got 4,500 people in watching us right now. Please hit like. Please hit subscribe. We cracked 80,000 subscribers last week, maybe the week before that. Because of that, we do have a bell to bell for you guys sometime this week. We're not going to say when, but please click like. Please click subscribe as we continue to grow here at TopstepTV. What a ride it's been. I started to catch a bid here in the NASDAQ. Fill that gap. There was a little sell-off. Retrace all the way back. We're above 18,300, trading 320s right now.
I'm I'm just little Red Riding Hood, but I like Big Bad Market Wolf.
Yeah.
I like his idea of testing that high in the S&Ps and seeing if we can't get some momentum above there.
Yeah.
All right. While we wait for
looking
the
at
9
these-
o'clock 9 o'clock central number, question here for John. John, what does thin mean? You and I were just talking about how thin it was in the S&P ladder. What does thin mean?
Okay, thin is an adjective to describe liquidity, right? So if you look at the dome in the S&Ps, you look at the upside. Usually, we're seeing 3 digits all the way up and all the way down. If not occasionally 4 digits all the way up and all the way down. Now, last week we were seeing 2 digits on the bids and on the offers, so less than 100 on every bid and every offer within about 10 price levels of the current last price. That's thin. If somebody comes in with a big order, it's going to move the market a lot further to execute the order. So if somebody right now put in an order to buy 1,000 at the market, it's probably going to move the market at least 2 points, maybe 3 points. But on a thicker market with more offers or more bids, an order like that isn't going to move the market as much. So, a thin market lends more towards volatility, and if something happens, then it gets real thin. You'll see the S&P is down to 1 digit on bids and offers. Pretty close to. Well, we can watch this. We got numbers at 9 o'clock, so we can watch it really kind of get thin.
Good call. Great call, actually.
5 minutes remaining.
5 minutes.
Let's watch this in real time.
So, yeah, we can watch this, and take a look at the Nasdaq. Nasdaq is always a thinner market. Again, where is it? It's the micro. There it is. Oh, that's the Nikkei. My bad. Getting to be a pretty long list here.
Our products list is growing.
So now look how thin the Nasdaq is. We're 1 digit most of the way from 10, 20 price levels away from the current last price. That is thin. That is really thin. If you put in 100 lot, you're going to move this market 5 points to fill that market order.
Exactly.
Where in the S&P's 100 lot might take 3 or 4 price levels. But yeah, this is very, very thin.
Different. It's definitely different. It wasn't like this. Hey, John, I was listening to you open call. You're saying certain products are in roll right now. Can you remind me what's in roll right now?
Crude oil is in roll.
Okay. Should we be trading
right
K
now,
or M?
Well, we're still in K, but we will be moving to the June M contract very soon. Let me check the volume here. So May volume has 139,000. June contract has 89,000. So throughout the day today, a lot of that May volume will roll into June. Tomorrow, the volume will most assuredly, nothing's positive, of course, but most likely be in the June contract. So if you're trading Topstep X, you're not going to have to worry about changing the contract month to the front month. That's going to happen automatically. If you have levels that you're using in the May contract, I think it's about a 60-cent discount to the June contract. Okay. So you would lower your levels by 60 cents. That's one of the ways that I move the weekly kickoff levels when there's a roll that occurs in the middle of the week. I'll just gauge the price difference from month to month, and then I'll move those to those levels. So yeah, crude is really the only one that is currently in rollover, and it has been a rollover range. Check this out, Andre.
What do you got?
So here's the rollover range. And this is kind of typical of the market when it's in rollover, because a lot of the longer time frame players are more interested in getting a cheap rollover or making money on the roll out of the front month into future months. So their ideas of directional activity are a little bit diminished Because I mean, let's say you have 10,000 contracts that in the May contract that you want to roll to June. Well, you can make 10,000 ticks on that. You can make $100,000 if you just use the spread. If you leg it, you may be able to make a lot more on that, but you're also risking, because if you're legging the spread, in other words, you're long May, you want to get out of May and go long June. Well, if you buy the June right and then sell the May on an uptick or 2 or 3 or 4, you can make a lot of money on that roll.
Right.
So this is a good question, John. The levels for crude oil are already in the June contract, because tomorrow we'll be trading June. Right. A great question, John. So if you're looking at weekly kickoff levels, here's the May weekly kickoff levels: 90
Have those levels
and
up,
83.
everybody.
90 and 83. Tomorrow, when we're looking at the June contract, there'll be 89.40 and $83 approximately. So that's one thing. All right, we got numbers coming out. What do we got?
We got numbers coming out here, boys and girls. Business inventories. They were looking at a 0.4%, coming in at 0.4%. The housing market index, 51, was the prior. They were looking for 51, and guess what came in? The Butkus, number 51. 51 is the housing market index. Once again, 0.4% for the business inventories. So basically unchanged across the board. Back to you, Andre.
Thanks, Eddie. So in line.
Huh, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the trade.
Andre.
What do you got?
Somebody
cool.
sent this to us, Andre. You've been
cool.
memeified. Yeah.
I like that. I do say wow a lot.
That's cool.
Yeah, respect. Really cool. I do say wow a lot.
Neat.
It's very
Nothing
nice.
surprising. That was cool, though. Appreciate it. Send that to me, Jack, would you?
It looks like they took it from today's screenshot. I think that's what you're wearing today, isn't it?
It is what I'm wearing. Yeah. That was very
Absolutely.
quick. When did I say
Dolby
wow?
got-
Did I say wow already this morning?
Yeah. Dolby got the
Wow.
tougher treatment. Yeah.
Ah, Dolby got world starred. Yes. Pulled pork. Look at that. Very nice. Very
We
cool,
gotta fade
guys.
out
Keep those
that
coming in.
background. We're gonna use that.
In honor of Dolby, we made pulled pork on Saturday.
Ooh. Very nice.
It was delicious.
Very nice. Hey, keep sending those in, guys. We love that stuff. It's really cool. Do you think that's funny, Wolf?
Dude.
There's so many. I'm running the production box today because James out. There's so many Dolby assets in here.
Dolby time, man.
We got emo Dolby. We got...
Dolby time. Oh man.
Oh wow.
Good stuff. All right.
See, Dolby, they love you.
They love you. They do it because they love you, Dolby.
They do it because they love you.
Thank you, Hello Evil. Appreciate that. Very cool. Very cool. I do have I've got a rotation of uniforms in the closet that I wear for TopstepTV. Trust me, it doesn't leave the house. I do have other clothes that I wear.
It doesn't leave the house.
Not really. I got to keep it clean. Keep them clean. Keep them in the rotation. I that's essential when I'm running around it. But this is the uniform.
You're not advertising?
I am when I'm in airports. Every time I'm traveling, I'm rocking the TopstepTV stuff. A rolling billboard. Hey, new lows in gold here. Just touched down. Oh, gold trying to push. Crude seeing some moves to the downside. Dow taking like a little rollover, as we just talked about in the Series 3 quiz there. Dow on the 5-minute. Looks exactly like the example we were talking about in that quiz question that we did get right.
Let's check it.
Thank you, Danielle. It's good to know. No. We're starting to get some levels in for our top funded traders. For a potential house account trade. Right now, I don't think it's the best moment. We're starting to see 290s to 280s is the pivot from Nick T here in NASDAQ. Yep, I think that's a pretty good one for now. We'll keep an eye on that. Let it play out.
Oh, we've got a nice 5 minute
really
range here in gold. Dolby
Yes,
would
we
be
do.
jumping at the bit to look for this one.
$4 range in the 5 minute.
Yeah.
I see that.
Hey, there's Dolby again. With
In honor of
Goldman interns.
earnings. Yeah, the Goldman interns are thanking Dolby for his contribution.
The tinfoil hat. Dolby just getting lit up this morning. Not even on air. Not even here to defend himself. Just getting lit up. Man. Tough crowd today, Dolby. Here we go. New lows, gold, 23.59, 23.58. 58's trade, 58's trade. That's why Goldman Sachs beat earnings. Yeah, they crushed it. They were on their stops, man.
Yeah,
they crushed it.
They had a note about their operations from sim trading. Made $3 billion sim trading the Dow.
You're starting to see this gold really roll.
Oh, all right.
I'm seeing 71% short.
Yep, roger that.
30-minute. Boy, that weekly kickoff high, 24.40. You could have stayed in that trade. That was gold on Friday.
You could have. Have those levels up, guys. You see it pinned to the top of the chat right now. You got to make space on your screen for those levels.
Well, unfortunately, the 5-minute range did not hold the lows.
Busted. All right, Wolf, what kind of levels are you looking at here in the S&Ps? Beneath 5,200, I believe you said?
Yeah, for the S&P?
S&P's
Yeah,
NASDAQ.
for the S&P. Okay, S&P, I'm looking for a break of 52.13, which is the break of the pre-market high for a long. Otherwise, I'm looking for a move underneath 5,200 for the short, and that's where the 50 exponential moving average is. If I want to be a little bit more conservative, then I'll wait for VWAP, which so far today has been holding up. So then I'll adjust instead of 5,200 to 5,195, which at that point will be well below everything.
All right.
For NQ, or for the NASDAQ, I'm looking for a test of 18,340, which was our pre-market resistance. To be a little bit more patient, 18,350. For the short, I'm not interested in the short unless it breaks VWAP, which is currently at 18,280.
Thank you.
And then if we want to test yesterday or earlier today's low, that would be 18,270.
270. 280, 270 is downside.
Until then, just kind of sitting on my hands looking. But it looks like it wants to go short here.
Yeah, it does.
We have gold dropping. We have a nice little pushback underneath 300 on the NASDAQ and a little bit of movement on the S&P, but not quite.
Oh, S&Ps are...
very flat.
Yes, they are. Gold's selling off, though. Oil's selling off like Wolf said. Dow rolled over. Oh, Dow's the... Boy, gold really is getting
Look at
sold
that
off
gold
here.
go.
Gold is getting hammered right now.
That breakout of that 5-minute range was
yeah.
beautiful.
Holy moly. We're down $12 out of that range. Man, gold is getting hammered. Still selling here. Man.
Here's that 5,200 level in the S&Ps.
Okay. Good call, John.
This is one of Stock Market Wolf's levels, 5,200. You got 5197 VWAP just below that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we're testing the low of earlier with the NASDAQ here at 18,270. So I'm short here on S&P and on the NASDAQ.
Huh.
Okay.
Very decisive.
Just
look out below.
There it goes.
Oh, there it is.
Nice trade, Wolf.
270 into 250. Boom. Let's go.
Nice trade, Wolf. Carving it up this morning.
Down to 40. And then there goes S&P dropping 5,200 to 5,195. Yep.
Everything's breaking right now. I got red all across the board here.
So 5192 half is value high from Friday. We may see some attempt to reject value from Friday. We're already in it in the NASDAQ. So here's the NASDAQ profiles. Opening range, the high of the session. All right, well, we're looking for shorts. The first A period move was to value high, and that was showing a sign of rejection of value from Friday. But we start to show signs of acceptance in value. This thing could continue to push lower considerably. Here it is in the S&Ps. So here's value high from Friday. Just stopped right to the tick right here. But again, if we start to show signs of acceptance and value, could take us down to the point of control down here, 51.66 half. Or even points lower, like value low from yesterday, Friday, 51.75. But yeah, those opening ranges are still the high of the session. We're looking for shorts. Nice trade.
Yeah, man.
Stock market
Good
wolf.
stuff. Called it out, man. Laid it out for everybody.
Still
there.
dropping.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ain't done.
Still hanging on to these shorts. Doesn't look like it wants to go lower yet. Covering a little bit here just because I'm seeing a little hesitation. But here we go.
Here we go.
Yep.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
You guys take any of those?
No trading here. Gold down $20 in the last.
Too busy talking.
Dow down.
I know, I'm
Overnight
quiet.
inventory
I'm sorry,
adjustment.
guys.
I mean, this is really.
Quiet.
This is. I mean, did you see how long the overnight inventory was? When they couldn't take out that overnight high and left the opening range at the high of the session, it's coming right back to where it started last night. Basically settlement. Great trade.
Yep.
Thanks, man. People on live, how are
10-year
you
yields.
guys doing? How's the traders doing?
Oh,
How are
the
you
chat,
guys?
yeah.
Anybody catch these?
Let's get it in there.
Yeah.
10-year
Anyone
yield
catch
still
those?
continues to uptick. Trading 4.64%. Yes, and equities have got one eye on the bond markets as that increases. 2 years above 5%. I'm seeing. So we're definitely seeing some pressure from from the bonds. Higher for longer, guys. Higher for more sellers Nasdaq, more sellers S&Ps, more sellers Dow. Yeesh.
I want to experiment with something, guys. Every time someone comments "fire drill?" ? What if we pushed it back an hour?
See you next year.
Yeah.
See you next year. Yeah. That'd be good. Yeah. Definitely be a reinforcement experiment for sure in behavior.
Good.
But they would abuse it. Wow, we are starting to see some major selling pressure here.
Yeah. Covering some profit here on the NASDAQ at 8,200. I have a month support there.
200.
So, yeah. So
Nice
little push from, what was that, 70 into 200, 70-point move. And then here on the S&P, covering here at 5180. Short was 5200. So about 20-point move on that.
Nice.
Covering just a little bit at that. Again, those are month levels that I have. I don't know how accurate those are, but if anyone else can confirm, I have 5180 and 5200. Yeah, 18200 for the NASDAQ.
Last week's weekly kickoff low in the S&Ps was 5180.
Yeah, there we go.
Love it when we have the same levels.
Yeah, I feel a lot better when I know John has the same levels, man. It feels good. Good job. Good job, Hogue.
You're too kind. You're too kind.
Well, oh, look at that bounce right there, too.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yep.
Good action this morning. Good action this morning. It's patience. Traded up before the numbers, waited. Numbers came out. Get those out of the way. We saw a continuation of the downside. Well done, Wolf. Did see Command made $500 because of us. They're locking it up for the day. Good stuff, Command. But still stay tuned with us, man. Stay tuned. Hang out with us all day. Open up a practice account or something.
Look at Earl.
Hang out.
Look at Earl, 4.5K on the day. Look at that. Holy smokes.
Damn.
Earl
Nice.
Bonfleur.
What's up, Noah Hall?
Boinfleur. If I pronounce that right. Awesome day.
Yep. Crude's still selling off. Trading $84.08. Well, we break 84. Man, what were we up to in the 87s last week?
Wolf, are you done for the day now?
Yeah, normally, normally I try to be done within the first hour of trading. And then if I don't catch anything, I'll just set like price alerts and then take a trade later and just kind of manage it appropriately. But if I could be done in half an hour to an hour of the market open, I got 3 little kiddos, man. I like taking them to school and making pancakes or hanging out. So that's how it should be. Right?
There you go.
Hell yeah, man. That's part of the reason why we do this. The freedom to be a trader. Make your money for the morning. You got the rest of the day to yourself. Enjoy the time. Good on you, man.
Yeah.
Enjoy life. That's why it's the best gig on the planet.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else like this at all. No, there's nothing else like
this. There's nothing like that. That's why it's the best, man.
Yeah. Maybe OnlyFans, but that's,
there you go. There you go. Johnny, what's going on already, man? 9:50. Oh, come on. No. My mom watches. How many times do I gotta tell you this? My mom watches the show. Mom, that's Jack. I'll introduce you to Jack one day. He's up to no good there. To no good.
Hi there.
Bad boy.
Hi, Miss M.
Bye, bad boy. Bad boy. Look what you did, Wolf. Look what you did.
It's like kind of hard to believe, but I didn't even know like what OnlyFans was until you guys started putting Andre on it.
Mm-hmm. It's Get your fans.
You sound like you don't believe me.
Hey, you tell me what you tell me. John, we're teammates in this. If you tell me it's true, it's true.
I can't lie. I'm not smart enough. It's too complicated to lie.
Yes, it is. Got to remember too many things.
Absolutely.
Nice poetic sounds. Up $1,500 on the day. Hopefully, we're here to help you. Started to see a bounce in S&Ps. NASDAQ catching a bounce.
Yeah. Jeez.
We are. Markets are moving right now, peeps. Good to see people are making money. Combines are being passed.
Nice.
Made 955 on Live XFA from David Lassard the second. Congratulations. Stay tuned with us, man. Now the chat's loving this, huh?
Yeah.
Huge size, 5190. Oh yeah, here we go. Thank you for the chat. Hey John, pull up the ladder in the S&Ps. We got 1,600 lots sitting on the 5190 bid. Shout out to who was that? Yeah. Isaac Rivera, my man.
On the bid.
Isaac, great call.
Isaac, thanks, Isaac.
Yes, sir. That just popped in. You want to lean on that? Yeah, I'm sure people are. Pulled.
God
bless.
Jokers.
So lame. Mission accomplished, 1,600 lot. We got the market to come to you. Cool. So lame. Hey, pin at the top of the chat. We got the group coaching form for John. You're seeing John right now on Fast Markets. But yeah, get those questions in for group coaching later.
I love group coaching. It's just one of my
best in the biz.
One of my favorite times of the day is when I get to do that. And I appreciate everybody's questions and the chance to talk directly to you and hopefully make a difference. I mean, that's my main goal in this is do everything I can to help traders improve their performances and something I really enjoy.
Okay.
Well, since we got 1,600 in psych. No kidding, Kyle. It's so lame. Well, we got a bit of a lull here. So while we have that, let's get some news in. I think Eddie's going to deliver the news today. I think Jack's on the box. So, Eddie, if we got some news.
I got some news.
Yeah, there's Eddie. What's up, my man?
Yes, I do. There we go.
Whoa.
Like that. Hey, that's cool.
Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army.
There we go. There's our first news report for today. got another news report. Don't worry about that. Hey, anybody watch the Masters this weekend?
Yeah.
Scotty Scheffler had no doubts about his Masters. Neither did anyone watching. He pulled ahead of the magnificent shots Sunday around the turn, poured it on along the back nine at Augusta National for a 4 under 68 to claim his second green jacket in 3 years. Now, do we consider that a dynasty, Jack, or do we need one more? One more
That's
green
a
jacket?
dynasty in my book.
Okay,
Best ball
that's
striker on the planet.
one
Yeah, he's
hell of
pretty
a
damn
player
good.
there. But bad day for the Tiger. Yes, as for Woods, he finished with a record he could do without, walking off the course 16 over 304, his highest 72 score in his career. He did post a previous high was 302 at Memorial in 2015. Despite the score, Woods called it a good week. Now, that's something we can sort of relate to with trading. You have a bad week, you learn from it, you come back, and he's preparing for the other 3 majors. So look ahead. All right, we've got Mark Cuban, the next coming up here. This is what I caught on our X, or if you want to call it Twitter.
Oh, my
Keeping with the
God.
theme of getting out of the market, Cuban sold the majority of his stake of the Mavericks. He did this in January and closed the deal at $3.5 billion, which is not bad for a club that originally cost him less than 10% of that. But he did say that he paid $288 million in taxes for the $3.5 billion, which, hopefully my math is correct, is only 8.2%. How do you get away with that? And yes, today, speaking of taxes, is tax day April 15th. And if you're wondering, yes, 8.2. The average income tax for a U.S. citizen is anywhere between 13%, that's with deductions, and 22% without. So a little facts here, Latin word for tax, taxo. It means I estimate.
I know that.
Also, the 1040 that most Americans file was introduced in 1913. And the first income tax was introduced in the United States during the Civil War to help pay for the effort. And hey, if you ever come across Ben Franklin's tombstone, one of the America's founding fathers is often credited with inventing income tax. And here's one that'll put a toot on your horn. There was a time when only 1% of Americans owed income tax. 1%. And there you have it. There is our news for today.
Thanks, Eddie.
Thanks,
Ben
Eddie.
Franklin, huh? Thank you, sir. Appreciate that one. We owe you. We owe you one, man. Mother effer. Go figure. All right, guys. All right, Wolf, starting to see some more selling action here in the NASDAQ. Looking like we're targeting it on 18,200.
Yeah, that's what held earlier.
Yeah, I did.
Believe it or not, still holding my short on both.
I like it.
Really?
What are you short from? We got you on the... What are you short from?
On the NASDAQ, I was short underneath... we call it 18,280 earlier, but I took the short at 270 to break the low that we had in the morning candle. And then for the S&P, I took a short underneath that 5,200 that we had talked about. So still holding on both. Not the whole position, of course. That'll be insane.
You still see more downside.
But that's kind of my strategy. I'll take profit and then I'll let the rest ride so long as it doesn't come back to my entry. As soon as it comes back to my entry, I'll get completely out.
Let's
Until
talk
it does
about
that,
that.
I just not do it.
Let's talk about that. Well, so say you sell 5 lot. How many will you take off, and how many will? Obviously, each trade is different. Each trade has its own unique circumstances. But you sell 5. And how many will you take off? We call it shaving. How many will you shave off, and how many will you let ride?
So the way that I try and teach would be to trim into strength, right? So normally it depends on how fast it gets to that potential move. So maybe you sell a quarter or you sell an eighth because it gets to your profit target really quick. But in this case, I sold half and then I just let the other half do its thing until it comes back to entry. And then so long as it never comes back to entry, I let it play for the potential that, maybe this flushes underneath 8,200 and it keeps going down. Then on that remaining half, I just made more money. But if it comes back, then it's, hey, I already took some off the top. I'm good. I'm going to walk away with profit no matter what. which I think a lot of traders should do more of. Is what do you call it? Scaling?
Yeah.
Shaving. Well, if you John, we call it shaving in the pits. So if you
Scaling out.
Scaling out, shave.
Yeah.
You scratch your
Definitely
face
shave
in the
some
pits,
profit.
shave.
Yeah. I'd rather get a piece of the pie than the whole pie, right? Or
Hey,
none at all.
one slice is better than no slice, Wolf.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I feel.
Danny Simple Trade says Topstep is a life changer. Appreciate you guys. Well, we appreciate you, man. Thanks for tuning in. Stay with us, man. Big week. We got a lot of earnings this week. We got a bell to bell this week. We got super guests along the way. Our live funded traders are the best anywhere in the business. So stay tuned. Let's make some money together. Let's pass some combines. After Friday, I want to see some combines pass this week. Good head start. We laid out some nice trades.
I think my time's almost coming to an end.
It is? Where are you going?
I think I'm only on here for an hour.
Take the kids to school.
I gotta get the kids ready, man. It's Monday.
I like
Monday.
that, man.
But for
great work life
the
balance, Wolf.
traders, yeah, always, dude. I always think of like you got to put things into perspective, right? And it's like a lot of people do this for their family. So then I always get like I always question people when they start going on tilt or they start revenge trading or doing dumb stuff. It's like, well, if it's for your family, then why are you allowing this stuff to happen? But anyway, little word of wisdom.
Good call.
Word of
I like
wisdom
that.
for the new beginners or the new traders out there. This journey is hard to start. It's hard to master. It is very stressful. I think the one thing with trading is it exposes who you really are. Are you greedy? Are you fearful? Are you timid? And until you can control your own emotions, your own inner self, your trading may not ever improve, right? So like if you're just greedy by nature, no matter what strategies you follow, no matter what rules you think you follow, eventually you break them, right? And then you go back to doing the stuff you were initially doing. So what I have found is to really improve as a trader, you have to improve yourself too. Get up and work out,
100%.
Go and read, go and do something positive, go and do something constructive. And then you'll start to notice if I'm disciplined in other avenues of my life, then that will transcend and carry over into my trading, right? But if I'm waking up super late and not working out and eating horrible and blah, 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 do I think I'm going to be a top performer when it comes to trading? Probably not, right? I think it all kind of goes hand in hand. So that'll be my last piece of wisdom for all you young traders out there and getting into trading is self-improvement, which will transcend into improvement in other avenues of your life.
Great stuff.
Thank you.
Wolf, fantastic stuff. Fantastic trading.
Yeah.
And
Thanks for joining us today, man.
Yeah,
it's a whole life thing. It's not just 1 week, 1 month, or 1 year. You got to do that your whole life.
Whole life.
Great thoughts, Wolf.
Thanks, guys, for having me on. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Catch you
later, Wolf.
Awesome.
Good stuff. Good trading, man. Did I just say wow again, Alex? Man, I always do.
Wow.
I say it. I got a problem with it. It's a word. I'm like Owen Wilson. It's his catchphrase. Wow. Well, yes, Anne Marie. I'm glad everyone liked that. It's a good trader.
Yeah, it was great.
We got more good traders. There it is. Wow. I like that. That's pretty cool.
Well, we do have someone else waiting in the wings who's also an excellent trader.
Yes.
One moment.
Let's get her in.
Bring her in. We're seeing some sellers here in the Dow. Not new lows yet. Looking at tilt. 50, a little heavy long in the gold. Gold's been rocking and rolling lately.
Yeah, it has. Now it's back into a 5-minute range.
Danny, I like it. Danny Simple Trades. Good stuff today. Dolby time. Interesting markets, indeed. Interesting markets. Precarious situation. There's some more room to the downside here, just fundamentally looking at what's going on globally, where interest rates are at, inflation, 10-year bond. I mean, we saw 2-year back above 5%. I mean, come on, that's going to slow it's going to slow things down. All right, 10-year now trading for 4.65%. So we're up a couple points already this morning. I'm sure the markets are keeping an eye on that.
Oh, yes, they are.
Yeah, 2 year.
Oh, yes,
Oh,
they
just beneath 5%, 4.98% right now.
All right. I am ready to bring in trader number 3.
Awesome.
And
'Cause
today
I got things I want to ask her.
is
Trader number 3. Come on
Hey.
in. There's she is. Yes. Go ahead, John.
Hi, Dee. How are you?
Hi, John. I'm pretty good. So I did a little short of platinum. So I'm sitting on a little bit of profit there.
Nice.
I am stalking gold for potential long, slightly lower down at 23.39, which is where my average session lows are located.
Got it. You already put in a low pretty close to that, didn't it?
Yeah, but it kind of missed it. So I
Yeah.
want to see it smash through that and then maybe do a
Come back up.
nice trade. Yeah.
All right.
So what's happening? Any trades
Well,
on?
I was gonna, I was busy talking today, so I, didn't really have that much of a chance to get involved here. But what do you think of value from yesterday and acceptance of it for a potential short for the S&Ps?
Let me have a look. I was trading DAX this morning,
Oh, okay.
and I actually did a London value acceptance trade, and that took a while to get going, but then it just ran. So made some cash there in my personal account.
Nice.
And then I did catch a little bit of that reversal as well, but because it was at the wrong time of day for me, I didn't keep like all of it. So that was a nice start. And then I did platinum. So let's have a look at this ES and what it looks like. Obviously, we've had some news over the weekend, so we have to be mindful of anything coming out. Let me just clean up the chart a bit.
And it's I got my profiles on, but
I mean, I have the open inside value on my charts, which could be a little bit different than yours. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was close. Oh no, actually it wasn't close. It was yeah. It was dead in the middle around POC for me. Let me just check if I have that correctly.
78% long gold, 78%,
Hold
70%
on.
long crude.
I haven't looked at ES for a long time.
Okay. All right. Just bouncing something off you. I mean, the first.
Oh,
at least
okay, I see what you see. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So now
Well,
we've
one thing
opened.
I don't like is a huge drop into it. Whenever we have massive candles, that opens up a possibility for some pullback. So really, maybe a value high test at 51.91 and 3/4 might be an interesting area for another short.
That's what I was looking at.
Right. So yeah, I mean, it's there's potential, there's room. We have a lot of room before we hit the average session low, which is currently located at 51.57 and 3/4. And that also lines up to a recent swing low that we had on Friday. So that would be a nice target. So yeah, that would be a nice trade. But we do need price action to confirm that reversal from the value high. Just gonna put a little orange rectangle to delineate the rest of the levels.
Where would you risk me on that?
Just book that. I usually like to use about 9 points, so around about 36 ticks for ES, which gives me time. It's kind of like my disaster stop. It's not like I usually don't want
Not your full
to
stop.
let it get
Right.
hit. Yeah.
Right.
But it gives me time to think about whether the trade is doing what it's supposed to be doing or not.
All right. So
I know you use about 5 or 6 from what I remember.
I'm resting in order here at 51.92 even to get short just a couple.
Nice.
And we'll see what happens. Since I missed the big move down, just kind of looking at value.
And even if it gets stuck in the range, so just looking at like if we get no follow through, even if it gets stuck in a range, well, that's where the 15-minute already tested and created a new high. So even from a range bound perspective on a smaller time frame, that would still be a good level.
Yeah, I think we can probably, put a catastrophic stop above that. But if we take out VWAP and look like we're going to get some legs, then we'll be out. But we're going to miss this trade too. I'm so cheap lately.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, right?
Frugal, John. You're frugal.
Frugal. There you go.
Pennywise. All right. Well, while we see if John's got that resting order in, I think D still has a little something on, right? Short. Yes, platinum. All right. While we do that, let's throw it to JD here for the stats at 35 after the hour here on TopstepTV. JD, man, what's up? Happy Monday.
Very happy Monday to him indeed.
Oh.
I don't know.
We'll find out. He's probably on mute.
Probably on mute.
He pulled a Hogue.
I'm going to go into the digital nether realm right now and see if I can find JD. We'll get him on.
JD, if you're there. I don't know. It's always something with JD's VMix or something.
Oh,
but when we get
it's the office. He's in the office, and for whatever reason, like the firewalls there and stuff are not kind.
I got you.
That's but a good thing, though.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Secure.
Gold, oil, both turned around here. We're about 65 cents off the lows in crude. Nice turnaround there. About $13 off the lows in gold. Gold, man, the volatility in gold is just amazing.
Gold is nuts. Yeah,
the star of the show, as I keep on it.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, it's been pretty fun to trade recently. So with gold, I've actually increased the stop loss size because our range has increased massively. So we used to have about 180 ticks of average session range. That's now jumped to 393 because of those 2-3 days of massive movement. So obviously you can't keep using tiny stop losses because you're just going to, get out in a blink of an eye. Yeah. So I'm actually increasing my stop there to 55 ticks. And then I'm increasing the target because there's room to 2.7 or 3 hours. So aiming for about 160 ticks for any trades, which should be pretty nice. We'll see if we can maybe hit some of those levels, because I'm not really that happy being on the long side here, just because of the force of the selling. So one area that I'm looking for a short is 23.73, which is where the sellers first appeared during the initial balance. And that would kind of put us on a range, sort of a violently range bound trade.
Violently range bound.
But with a good profit margin.
Violently range bound.
Yes. It's such
big
a
pop
good
in crude. Right back to VWAP.
The crude is livened up as well. Let's hope that continues for another 5 days or so.
All right.
We've got a comment here in chat, and I think we all might have something encouraging.
What do you got, John?
Our friend Abdias. An encouraging word for someone thinking about quitting. Got my fourth XFA and blew it again within a week. Got 2 more combines, blew those 2. This sucks, man. This is hard, Abdias. Andre, why don't you go first?
For sure. It first of all, yeah, it does suck, man. That sucks. But keep in mind, we've all been through that. Everyone here on this looking on this panel right now on TV, we've all been through that. And you just got to keep grinding, keep grinding, keep grinding. You got this. Stay tuned with us here at TopstepTV. We are working with you. Maybe you're trading, maybe we can take a look at your trade reports, dig in the weeds a little bit and see what's going on. But most importantly, you got to stick with it. It does suck. Blowing out is part of the game. I don't know how long you've been doing this, but everyone here, we've all blown out of accounts. Everyone in the chat have all blown out of accounts. It's part of it, man. It's part of it. You got to keep grinding, keep grinding. I can assure you, if you take a little bit of a break, you got to come back because the markets do change state. Maybe the market state hasn't agreed with your trading style. I'm not exactly sure, but quitting isn't going to be the answer in the end. There is light at the end of the tunnel. We've all seen the struggles. We've all, like John says, I've been in the mountaintops. I've seen the lows in the valleys. I mean, you can do this. Just do not quit. Whatever you do, not quit. Hang in there. Start small. I think Andy, but in the chat here said, just kind of dumb down your size a little bit. and just start chipping away. But you got this. It's definitely frustrating. And it's not easy. But John, I mean, what would you say? I think you got to keep getting back on the horse.
Well, anybody that knows me has heard me say that I probably quit 1,000 times.
Here you go. Yep.
You know, at the beginning it was so difficult. I mean, I was trading a prop firm and just really struggling, and it was so upsetting. And I would get so angry, and I'd go up into the office and I'd say I quit, and then I'd always come back the next day and continue to try and learn and to become a better trader. It became a joke in the office. Every time I walked in the office at the end of the day, they would say, all right, we know you quit. We'll see you tomorrow. And you know, pretty much. And, you know, as far as, you know, seeing the peaks and the valleys of trading, I mean, I've had, you know, trading accounts that lasted 10 years and lost them. And then, you know, open up another trading account and do well for, you know, for a long time, and, you know, do really well for a long time. And, you know, I was lucky enough to have my dad in the business, and, you know, he was smart. He said, you know, if you're making real money, you better put it away, because nothing lasts forever. You know, there are going to be lean times. You know, you see a lot of traders on the trading floor, or a lot of, you know, traders. There's so many characters. They're so like jovial, happy people. I mean, a lot of them, of course, not all of them. And I said, Dad, you know, why is it that traders are so funny? They're all characters. And he kind of looked at me really seriously, and he said, hard times breed character, son.
Yep.
So everybody in this business, everybody who trades, has really good times and really bad times. And it's great when it's good, and it's bad when it's bad. But if you are not going to fail until you quit. That's what I have to say. D?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, we all go through good times, bad times, but whenever you blow out an XFA or a combine, that's an opportunity to learn. So rather than seeing it from that negative mindset, oh my God, I did it again, go back to review. Review the trades that you've done, review the size, review the stop loss sizes, see if there was something that you could have done. Maybe you overtraded. It's a common problem. You get overexcited when you get a new account, you want to trade. But it's all just an opportunity to learn, right? And some of my dogs might kick off, by the way. But yeah, so it's all to do with being stubborn, not giving up, and changing things until things start to click. So obviously you have some skill since you managed to get to an XFA, right? So that says something about your level of trading, something good, something positive.
Yes.
So focus on that. Don't focus on, oh my God, I blew out. Just go, hey, I got an XFA again. Let's see what we can do better. And like John says, until you quit, it's not the end. It's just, we got to, okay.
Very well put.
Hey, he's back.
Is that why the dogs are barking? Because the doorbell's going off?
Yes. Yeah, they heard you.
Hey, just a heads up, Michael. Good. Stock Wolf traded up very nicely. Deanna just was so kind enough to join us there about 12 minutes ago. Gold and crude, big turnaround, big bounce off the lows here. Looking for headlines out of the Middle East. Kind of feels like that, a little newsy when markets do like that. So we'll keep an eye. Eddie's got some stuff off the wire here. Iran foreign minister tells British counterpart Tehran does not favor increased tension, but it will respond instantly and stronger than before if Israel retaliates. So you got to keep it light and tight. We got to keep one eye on those headlines at all times. But welcome back, Michael. Let's trade it up.
Yeah, I'm short 20s, 18-220s, just a one lot right now.
Nice.
220. Okay, nice.
How'd your phone call go?
Good. Talked a lot about education, how we can help.
Awesome.
Yeah, man. We were just talking. All right. Well, really quick, JD. All right, JD and Eddie. Let's get the stats and plugs in here real quick. Get us back.
JD?
We're
JD,
here.
you there?
We'll burn through these.
Let's do it.
Burn through these real quick. All right.
Cool.
Let's check out those. Let's check out those hot streaks first. Yeah. Sorry if I sneak a cough in here. I've been fighting a cold all weekend. All right, hot streaks. Oh. Names on the list are the same as Friday. Everyone extended their streaks another day. Mahdi with 19 days. James, Tian, Petrus, and our current leader, Arian, all at 21 days.
Our leaders, Jacob and Che, both took Friday off, so their streaks are still intact. Jacob's at 32 days, and Che is at 26 days currently. All right, let's look at those XFA PNLs. I'm sorry, these are the live. Friday's live fun PNLs. Philippe, Xavier, David, and Nick T.
Yeah.
All with nice days. Carved out nice days in the NASDAQ. Nick T was number 2 on our list Friday as well. He closed out the week with a two-day total, Thursday and Friday, of $11,782 in the live account. And then, of course, we've got our boy, Coach Dakota. Dakota pocketed another grand, trading the NASDAQ, Nikkei, and gold on Friday. That number does not include the 2 XFAs he's also trading in. So we'll see some more numbers out of him in just a little bit. I got a couple fun stats if you're up for it.
Let's do it.
Where did I put them? Let's see. All right. Our top 3 live funded traders from last week. Coach Dakota took home a total of $30,324. That's just in the live account. That doesn't include his XFAs.
How much?
Venkata, $30,324 just in the live account.
Unbelievable.
Second place, Venkata with 8,000, and Salman in third with 7,000. Here's another one. I was just sifting through a little data, and I think we might have. You gonna get that?
Who is it?
Just joking.
I got it. Oh no, I got it.
Oh no!
Come on, man. That's yo. You just
What? It was an alarm that I sent for clearly an hour late from getting off. You know how I had to get off an hour ago? Well, clearly I put the alarm in on my phone wrong because it went off right now, thinking I had to go on the call right now. So
luckily made it.
I know. So I shall apologize.
Apologize to Venkata.
30-some-odd grand. My gosh.
All right, so that record I was speaking to.
Guys, I wasn't on my phone. My phone's just sitting right here. Okay, I'm over.
He was on his phone, people. You guys saw the video last week.
I was not. It's an alarm. It's an alarm message.
All right, sorry, JD. Sorry.
Sifting through some data, I don't see a number bigger than this one that we put up last week for the total number of accounts funded. It's 6,317 total accounts funded last week. It's looking like a record.
6,000.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Wow.
Hey, Jack, you want to pop over to my chart real quick?
A lot of success.
Yeah, let's do that.
So we spoke about this briefly last week.
One moment. I'm going to get you here, JD. There you go.
There you go.
Yep, there it is. Hogue, we were talking about this during group coaching briefly last week. I don't have a visual for it, an image. But we were talking about this diamond pattern forming in the NASDAQ. A couple of traders in the chat were talking about how they were tracking that also. So the diamond formation found at major tops and bottoms. You could see expanding volatility on the way up, higher highs, lower lows, contracting volatility on the way back, lower highs, higher lows. The thing about this, though, that caught my eye is this is kind of an inverted pattern that we're seeing here. Typically, for this diamond pattern, you want to see this peak. If it's a reversal pattern, you want to see it on the upside here at the end of a huge uptrend. Wow. We're getting on the downside, so it's like I said, it's inverted. I don't know what to make of it, but these trend lines have been holding awesome ever since going back to February here.
Sure.
They have.
We'll definitely be keeping an eye on this. Breakout is imminent. We're getting really close. These ranges are contracting daily. It looks like we're taking big swings, but we're really contracting these ranges. So breakout's coming soon. We're going to hit the bottom end of this.
So 18,000 on the downside. 18,000 on the downside here in the NASDAQ. Yeah, we're not too far. Okay.
Yep. Breakout to the downside would be below 90. And then we got weekly kickoff low at 18,000. So keeping an eye on this pattern. We'll update you. All right, that's what I got for you. I'll be back with that top 10 list in just a little bit.
Thanks JD.
Eddie. JD. Yeah, I got some plugs. Hey, for those in the chat, YouTube chat, do me a favor. Do Topstep a favor. We've got over 4,000 people here watching and only under 900 likes. My God, come on. There's no cover charge. There's no drink minimum. You're here enjoying, educating. Hit that like button. Smash that like thumbs up. We'd appreciate it. And if you like what we're doing and you want to keep up with TopstepTV crew on Instagram, We're going to post that link here in the chat. By all means, sign up for that. Lots of cool stuff that we post all week long. And also, the caption contest update. Yes, we are determining who the winners are currently, and their winners will be contacted by the end of the day tomorrow. We appreciate everyone who has made a submission. And I got to remember to let everybody know, it is Robert's birthday today. Coach Robert, the Riz.
Get her done.
His birthday. Happy birthday, Robert. And back to you, Andre.
Thank you. Happy birthday, Robert.
Hey, we have Isaac in here saying the 5175s. Isaac, it touched 5175 in the S&P. So did you get long? Isaac is I know top on the up there on the leaderboard on the live funded account. These are anybody trading the live funded account right now here at Topstep is the best of the best. They would be the Red Bull athletes of Red Bull right now, performing the best out of tens of thousands of folks. It's good to see that we have a lot of those folks on the leaderboard that will jump in here and share their live or share their levels.
Yep.
And he shared those. So that was 6 handles ago. I don't know if he got long. But keep an eye on it, guys. We want some levels. House account has been getting great.
So far, so good.
Data. Yeah, great data. You guys want to say trade ideas, your qualitative data, your levels, the why? So if you guys got any levels, please share. And then the why. It could just be simply like, I like 5175s because it's an old low from last week. That's fine.
Hey, John, I just saw Isaac talking about Delta. Can we get a Delta update? John just jumped off. When John gets back, we'll get that Delta update. But I think Isaac said Delta minus 10K. Crew turning around. What are we thinking size-wise for house account, Michael? 15?
I have no trade from anybody's input except Isaac on that one. He said keep it light. So that's just one gentleman's opinion.
Nick T had a kind of came and went though. We were gone, but yeah, selling 280s in the NASDAQ. Obviously looking very nice right now. Jay Cook in the chat. What's up, Jay Cook? That was a fun fast markets last week. Deanna, are you still in the platinum trade?
No, I took 1.5 hour out of that. I was only in one because it wasn't the highest probability trade, so I didn't know my XFA. So it was only like $240.
Beautiful.
And then it stopped, and then I saw gold turning around, so I bailed. And now I'm waiting for gold. I've got some levels. I've got a pretty wide zone of 2073 all the way up to about 2383 as a potential for reversal. I would like to see the value low tested at some point, which is also where the average session high is, and that's closer to about 2379.70. So let's say 2380 because that's a nice round number. So if we get a reversal there, usually I like to use 15-minute charts for those sort of trades coming from value low, from the outer edge of value low, and then we may have a range trade back down for some 50 ticks or so. So I'm still just waiting for that level to get reached. Right now, it's kind of middle of nowhere for me. So for now, I'm sitting on my hands.
Okay.
We're back at the 75.
We're going to tilt here. Nothing significant one way or another. 65% long ES, about the heaviest tilt we got for the time being. Coming up, man, almost 10 o'clock Central Time. Moving quick here. Fast markets are cooking.
We got nothing on the house account so far.
Nothing right now. Lots of absorption. Nick T here. Lots of absorption Friday between 160 and 170 in the NASDAQ. We're not quite there yet. But yeah, Mike, we'll let it come to us. We still have about
Isaac's saying 175s, 160s, and 170s, 190. No, that's 190. When you guys say 160s and 170s, I'm now thinking you're gonna have to put a handle on it because here's why. Because it's trading 18,170, and it's also trading and that's NASDAQ. It's also trading 5,1 75. So this is confusing now. If you're seeing that, so put up. There you go, Robert. ES 5175 is today's low.
Yes,
that's good.
Yeah, we just broke it.
Yes, it is.
Now trading 74. Ooh,
I do like.
Stop just went off. S&P is trading 73 now.
76s. I'm seeing 76s.
Still selling.
Aggregate this with me, guys out there. We got people sharing their levels, and we're trading 75. So Isaac, Live Footer Trader, said 75. It's right here, right now.
All right, seeing a divergence here. Gold catching a bid. Crude selling off. NASDAQ making new lows, or just off the lows, I should say. Yeah, Michael, good call. I think they're talking about S&Ps with those levels, right?
65, 165. No, I mean, I don't know. If it doesn't have a 5 or an 18, if it doesn't have a 5 or 18 in front of it, I have no clue.
I don't know either. I don't either.
18 173s. Let him cook.
Let him cook.
Start cooking let's cook with fire here. Deanna, what are you seeing in the NAS?
So I'm in the NASDAQ.
S&P.
Okay. So I saw ES might be failing the auction. That's the only thing that I saw of interest. But now it's turned around. So for now, we just have a value acceptance that's continuing. And until that finishes, I don't really have much. So, I mean, a risky breakout to the downside to go all the way down to average session low at 51.57. Let's say 51.58. That's the only thing that I'm seeing that might actually come true. Because it is a continuation from a value acceptance that we did earlier. NASDAQ, I haven't looked all that much. I actually did do a couple of short scalps in NASDAQ early on my XFA. Oops. Day trading NASDAQ, well, whatever next. But yeah, so I think NASDAQ is having a similar picture there. So until we rotate through the value area, all I'm seeing is just more shorts.
Yes.
So we have another 54 points until we get to the value low. So yeah, just continuation setups. I don't see any reversal setups at the moment, unfortunately, which would be higher probability because anytime you're doing a breakout trade, obviously that's high risk.
Well, we didn't get our value. We didn't get our value
settlement in NQ
level there.
Settlement in NQ. Where is that? Can somebody?
What are you looking for?
A settlement in NQ.
Oh,
where is it?
Here, 18,179 quarter.
Okay.
Okay, 75. Can anybody summarize the stuff that's happening in chat? Stuff that's happening where people are thinking, and then really quick in a poll, guys. Right at these levels right now, are you say it's 30 minutes, an hour from now? Are you looking for it to be higher or lower? Let's just put it that simple. But there's people sharing their levels out here. So
we just need to centralize them so we can just look at them quickly.
Well, yeah, let's get on that.
Yeah, I agree.
What do you think of this?
It's flying by.
This acceptance here. We're just a couple of minutes from opening in that spike to the downside in the S&Ps.
Yeah,
we preempt the short here.
Let me just go back to that. I mean, it's not really reversing, is it? It's still making lower lows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it would be late entry. It would be, a late entry into a value acceptance trade. But I mean, I suppose you could time stop it if it doesn't go your way pretty much immediately.
Yeah, I mean, we got less than 2 minutes, and if we open this next TPO period, that'll leave single ticks to the initial balance low where I can limit risk.
Yeah.
What chart are you looking at, John?
This is the This is the 30-minute right here.
All right.
So, and this is the TPO chart. Let me see if we get it here. So this is the TPO chart. So, Michael, when we started showing value acceptance here, we put an order in to get short up here at 92. We did not get filled on that, but now we're starting to see some range extension below the initial balance, and range acceptance from Friday. That acceptance high is 51.92 quarter. But, first stop might be to the point of control from Friday, which is 51.6675, or even value low from Friday, which is 51.75. And if I'm not mistaken, that's pretty close to average daily range, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So I have average daily range low at 51.50 on the nose.
Okay.
Average session low is slightly higher, but before the average daily range gets smashed, the daily range has more weight.
All right.
So, I mean, this is a value acceptance trade. So,
sure.
Obviously risky since you're jumping in halfway through. But if there's enough momentum, it doesn't matter, right? It's going to account for the poor choice of a trade location. So,
yeah. But I mean, if it keeps going lower, the trade location will look better and better. Okay, so we just opened.
We've got single prints. Yeah.
We just opened the next 30-minute period here. We've got single TPOs above price. If it gets back inside the initial balance, I'll be out of this. And we're below last week's weekly kickoff low here of 51.80. So my risk is 325, and we could feasibly take it down to 51. So I'm going 52.
All right, we're selling off here, Michael.
Yep.
Yes, we are.
It's going
right back to settlement now in the S&Ps.
That's the United headlines. ES heading for 5150. Tradecraft Media. We're just talking about 5150s in the S&Ps.
Yep, I got 5152 as a target for this.
There you go.
Only one, because it's like D said, it's kind of bad trade location, unless it isn't.
This is the big trade, Michael.
I have no trade on the Palace account.
Not yet. It's coming. Well,
do you like my stop location? I mean, if we get back in the initial balances, this could be auction fade.
That is the invalidation point. So yeah.
There's a lot of information in this chat. I need help summarizing it.
Yeah.
Anybody in here that's in the chat that wants to help summarize it too?
NASDAQ. I'm gathering, there's room to the downside in the ES. I've seen a lot of targets for 5150, 5152 in the ES. We're currently trading 70s. So it's looking about 20, call it 18 points of downside. Room to the downside here is kind of what I'm gathering. No exact entries.
What about in the NASDAQ?
NASDAQ. Get some levels for NASDAQ. Touch some targets. 18,000s maybe. There's a lot of room there.
Tilt is about 50-50.
Yeah, we haven't seen a whole lot there. Crude selling off. Hey, good job on that Series 3 question, Michael. You nailed it.
Yeah.
That was easy.
Actually, just as you left
now, are we?
Yeah, just as you left, the Dow did a textbook example of that question. Just rolled right over. And
did it?
The Dow 5 minute. Yeah, textbook example. That was easy, he says.
If it comes up and reaches 75s, is this a great entry? And Isaac, I'm saying that because you're liking the 75s, but the 75s are a level that are not holding, which means we all have levels, and there's sometimes where the market just melts through them. I don't know if this is melting, but it's definitely still a trend down day. But as we all know, the market likes to rip faces off every now and then.
Usually I'm contrarian myself. So I like Isaac's trade.
Hey, poll results here. 5 minutes in. Over 700 votes. Good stuff. The current NQ levels in the next 30 minutes. Are we going higher or going lower? 60% say lower.
Okay, so we got 60%.
Chat bearish. Chat bearish. Tilt.
Chat bearish.
Chat for tilt 50-50.
MP, you should text your friends at the CME, see if they got anything.
Yeah.
I'm sure the CME will definitely give up some. Goldman's pretty long right now. We got a margin call going out to them here in about an hour.
Well, I'm showing the picture they took last week.
Oh wow, there's your buddy.
Oh yeah,
look at that.
Oh yeah, me and Terry, we're buddies. Well, I don't know. On my side of it, I think we are, but I don't know. He'd have to answer that.
Two well-dressed men right there. Very cool.
He's got a lot of buddies.
What are we looking at a short, John? I'll go with Johnny's. I'll put a 10 lot on here.
Here's one thing.
What do we think?
NASDAQ came back inside the initial balance, so this is a little bit iffy here.
Hold on.
Yeah, it's going to fail the auction then.
Failed the auction.
All right, well then I'm going to cancel it. I scratched it. What are we thinking? John, you're short, so you're thinking short. The chat's thinking short. Isaac is funded traders thinking long. Do we have a Dakota? Do we have any other live funded traders?
Nick T. What was Nick T in here? Nick T. I'm long NQ from 170, so he's bullish currently. Long from
that's 170. That's a nice spot.
Yeah, it's a nice trade, Nick T.
You know, here's what it did. I mean, here's the NASDAQ. Here's Friday's profile. Volume point of control to the tick. Great spot there. And it's now taken out and come back in the initial balance. If this holds up here, this might end up being an auction fade in the NASDAQ. But right now we're still holding single TPOs in the S&Ps.
Dakota entered the chat. I vote long.
We've got Nick T's long. Nick T's long. Coach Dakota's long.
Long.
Isaac's thinking long.
All right.
Uh-oh. Johnny, you're short.
Saying short.
Different structure, though.
Competing forces.
NASDAQ S&Ps.
Yeah, they look very different. One is
if I'm going to be short
auction,
one,
the
it
other
would be
one
the
isn't.
S&Ps.
Yeah, same.
Let it come to us, Michael. It'll come to us.
Yeah, but everybody's talking about this price level around here. 5s is Isaac. 70s, we have 170s. We have 18 170s in the NASDAQ. So everything's really around these levels.
Yeah.
Right around here.
Shit, this is kind of what we saw last Friday. We sell off. The market would chill here around the lows, consolidate. It was to the upside, right? That was that trade with Dakota.
You said what in the poll? 63% said short.
60% short, 39% long. I don't know how
Dakota's voting long.
Minority. You're voting long?
Dakota's voting long.
Dakota's voting long.
Nick T long.
All right, what's the consensus? Sum it up.
I was like long.
Andre?
I got it. Well, chat says short, but 3 of our live funded traders are saying long.
All right, we got long.
We believe our traders. We back our traders.
Yeah, we got long with 570s or 170s. 5 170s.
Oh, S&Ps? Wow. How many times?
Yeah.
So
10 times.
All right.
10 times. Wow.
What it's a house account. It's what do we think as far as outs now? I mean, I got to get some outs. Easiest thing to do is get into trade. Wasn't that what they said? Even Terry said that when I met with him 2 weeks ago.
Really?
Hardest thing to do is get out. Yeah, he said the exact same thing.
100%.
All the same trader. It's the same trader lingo, same trader ring-a-ding-ding. You know,
We all learn from the same shit.
Yeah. Okay, so 51, 517. John, help me out. Well, you're short, but still diagnosis on us. Well, everybody here, we need help on a stop.
Mm-hmm.
We need help on a stop. So, and a target. We have a 1-to-1. We're going for 1-to-1 because we believe that we can be right more than 50% of the time. We're right here, right now, and I don't have a stop put in here. So help me out.
I would want to see, if I was long, settlement price hold. Settlement price 51.6750. If it doesn't hold, I would think about adding to my short. So that might be a kind of an interesting stop level if the S&Ps take out this low.
Okay, Isaac, I got that. Thanks, John. I got that, Isaac. Well, yeah, downside, guys. I need a downside. That's the most important to get in. So we got nothing right now. Sharing the S&P. This is getting fairly nerve-wracking. We don't have a stop in.
Isaac says 51.58 stop.
Wow.
Pretty big stop.
51.
Yeah.
But he's sized down because he's opposite the overall trend right now.
Yeah.
51, 152 is looking for a quick long. All right. We got Isaacs. That's about it.
I see one here, 66 half.
All right. I'm getting out of this trade. We don't have a stop. Nobody can share a stop. So I'm not going to risk anything here.
Okay.
If we miss it, we miss it. But if we don't have a stop, guys, then I'm not going to do it. We have a half-ass stop. We only full-ass it here.
Fully baked. We need fully baked trade ideas.
Fully ass.
We got Isaac stop. Yeah, we're sharing that, but we need other stops in here. I need downside opinions. So if you guys want to catch the 70s long, that's on you. I'm okay missing it because we have no consensus on a downside.
No, we don't.
We got 67s. Keegan saying 51 below settle.
Below
settle. We got 58 saying 58. Yeah, 58 saying Isaac's 58s. So
Dakota, if you're in here, give us those levels. What you're thinking? I know you voted long. We pulled a trade off yet. I haven't seen. He might just be starting your day.
There's the risk manager, Mick. When in doubt, get out.
Exactly. Okay. Yep. Thank you, Mick.
Smart. As Eddie says, there'll be another bus coming. We got a 400 lot here on the bid in the S&Ps. Biggest size that got filled.
Yeah. I'm not liking this.
I'm not liking it either.
The NASDAQ just keeps coming inside the initial balance. Let's see. A nice push down there. Okay, we've revisited my entry point. Do I move my stop down? In the chat, do I move my stop down? We've revisited the entry point. Do I go to break even? I just want to know what your thoughts are. D? What about you?
Well, I don't like moving stops to break even unless we're.
No, I don't either.
We're gonna, yeah.
So Gold Goblin, I'm curious on the amateur as how we didn't have an out. I had a risk manager jump in here when in doubt, get out. Mm-hmm. That's pro bullshit. That ain't risk man. That ain't amateur. I know that.
What they say?
So if you don't have an out, get out. We got in with some fairly collective thoughts here. I'm not trading the house account with my own thoughts. Zero. House account. My personal account, yeah. House accounts is for all of us. And we did well on it last week to the tune of 12,000, I believe. I think
good.
So. So, Gold Goblin. Not amateur.
Don't pass judgment.
Jay, thanks.
I don't know.
Volume's dropping. He thinks we just chop around.
Real quick, I want to give
64. Then I'd buy.
I want to give a quick shout out to Michael Halstead in the chat. He said, "Always benefit from your guys' encouraging comments. 3 days ago, I was within $300 of busting 6 combines. Today, I passed all 6 combines. Thanks. You're welcome, Michael Halstead.
Nice way to
I want to see more of those success stories, guys. We're trading well here. Stock market, fast markets.
Really what do you think about just head fake on either side? Isaac goes in here on a rare instance. Hogan and him are exact opposite. So they both. Yeah,
Isaac, I hope you win. Boy, oh boy, it's just hanging here.
Come on, George. Genghis Khan has never traded before in his life.
George can't help George, you've already done your damage here. You're good. You already created the VWAP monster around here.
There's just nothing.
Chopping around the bottoms, chopping around the lows. Nothing really on tilt. I know we have JD coming up soon here with the live funded stats.
Yeah, we've got a 5-minute range. I'm going just above the high of the 5-minute range on this. I'm trimming the risk on this. I don't like it, so.
Well, John, that's exactly what I was talking. That's exactly what I was talking about. If the market does one of these head fakes up, head fake down, and comes right back in the range, that's where you get caught. But nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
I'm not liking the price action on ES on a 5-minute chart for the short.
No, it's just range bound.
Yeah.
I got one for you, Michael. We got Rodney New in the chat at MP. I have finally started to figure out some of my trading issues, and your lockout button has helped me immensely, all caps.
Nice.
4th day in a row where I've locked in profits and been able to relax. Thanks. You're welcome, Rodney.
Nice. Yes.
Lockout button.
Feature that.
Big hit, Michael.
Feature that, big Rodney, yeah.
Yeah, that's my dog's name.
Is that right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember my aunt wouldn't allow me to name my dog Bo because they were having a kid and they were going to name it Bo. And I was like 15 and I was really not happy about not being hilarious. Able. And guess what I ended up naming the dog?
Whoa.
100%.
Not surprised at all.
We live like 2 hours away from each other. I see you once a year. I love my aunt, but come on.
Still out, aunt. Still out. It's just all right. Here we go.
Man, that was the dumbest hunting dog I've ever had.
Really?
And I say that in all kind of. You'd let it out of the truck and it just start running the field, and then all the pheasants would pop up, and you're like, "Well, I guess they cleared out that field for us." Yeah, we didn't even have our guns out. We wouldn't even have our guns out. Back in the old.
Come on, Bo. Get it together. All right. Well, we're chop around here the lows, guys. We're gonna keep pulling trade ideas and levels from the chat, so keep those coming. We are kind of in a holding pattern here in the Dow, S&Ps, and NASDAQ. So while we're doing that, let's keep getting those levels. We got JD here for top 10 list. JD, how are we looking?
Sure do. Let's take a look at those XFA P&Ls from Friday, though, real quick.
But there's some numbers. Yep.
Another fresh list of XFA traders. We never seem to run out of new traders to spotlight in the XFA P&L list.
Nice.
Awesome. All right, Charles, Jay, Wasim, Greg all carved it up, trading the NASDAQ. And our leader for a day, Paul. Paul took more than 20 grand out of the NASDAQ on Friday. These numbers are all from single XFA accounts. Pretty impressive stuff.
Beautiful.
Very, very nice.
All right. Here's the bottom half of our top 10 list. We had a nice shakeup on the list 10 the week last week. Lost some big names. Balkaran, who's been on the list for a while, dropped to 11th. Isaac dropped down to 12th. Farouz dropped down to 13th place. I'm sure we'll see them back in the top 10 pretty soon, though. That being said, welcome to the list, Majdi, Adam, and Faraz.
Hey,
you're on the coveted top 10 list today. Actually, Adam D's been on the list before, so welcome back, Adam. Then we have Samay, Sammy and Penn, both familiar names to anyone who's been keeping up on this leaderboard. All right, let's just jump into the top 5 now. Eddie, you got a drum roll for me?
a little extra.
I see Isaac in the chat. Yeah, Isaac saying it's the first time he's off the list in 4 months. Should have had that one.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
I'm sure he'll be back real soon, though.
Yeah.
All right, here we
Just
go.
hang in there, baby. You're doing
Changing.
great. I'm proud of you.
Excellent. All right, Ching Jing took a drawdown, still held on to fifth place. You dropped to fourth after a 10K loss across a pair of XFAs. Raj fell to third after a $9,000 drawdown across 3 XFAs. Ivana is new on the list today. Ivana jumped into the second spot after spreading 14 grand in profits around 3 XFAs, trading the NASDAQ on Friday. Also, Ivana finished last week with a total of $59,301 in profits, trading 3 XFAs.
Very nice.
And then our boy Dakota, there he is again.
Hey.
He was the live funded P&L leader for Friday, and now has an account balance of close to $133,000.
Jesus, in the clear, 50 G's.
Hey guys, we got thanks for that, JD. We got new lows.
Well, yeah, we do. Nvidia just got punched in the face here, according to Nick T.
Okay, it's short 15,180 stop.
You still in, Hogue?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's your cover, Hogue? And then where were those stops that the other traders were talking about down here in the S&P?
67, 64s.
Yeah, on a new low that you'd have been stopped out on that, but we haven't done that yet. As far as target is concerned, I'm looking at value low from Friday down around 50. Hang on. 51, 52. Right now, my target's at 52.
Okay.
What's Delta, John?
Pretty aggressive. Pardon?
How are we looking on that? We haven't had an update yet.
Well, we're five points into a winning trade on this, but I really want to see us take out settlement again. That settlement level is 51.6750, and that's the current low. I want to see us take out that low and continue to move lower. We did just extend the range a little bit in the NASDAQ. No range extension other than, the extension that we put in on this last 30-minute period. But we're just hanging around the low here. We do have single TPOs above price. Current price is here in green, 51.70 approximately. And we're just trying to see if this market can hold below the initial balance low, which is 51.79, and leave these single TPOs here to see if we can see some continuation below.
CPOs here, John. We said here. What levels?
No, that is 51.74.75 up to the initial balance low of 51.79. Michael.
79, 74s to 79s. Okay,
yes.
So 74s to 79s. A lot of 75 talk in there. We were long 72s. It's trading 69. S&P guys, 51.69.
Yep.
So 74s, 75s. That was the talk before. Then we got in the 64 talk. We got in the 50. There's some 58s down there.
Yeah.
Try to get a range. I'm trying to get us a range.
I see what you're trying to do right here.
Yeah,
we're stuck in a range right now. We're stuck in the range for the moment, but you're trying to get a range for what? Trade ideas? Upside, downside targets?
Yeah, always. We're on this extension down here, but we are falling knife on the 30-minute.
Let me see the
59s, 64s.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We're seeing in the chat.
76% long YM. Longs are building down here. John, what's Delta? ES and NQ.
Delta is congruent with direction. Right now it is minus 18,200.
Wow.
But I mean, that's completely congruent with direction. There's our almost getting to the range extension here. Did we get one?
Pushing.
Yeah, we did. Almost. Yeah, here we go.
Gotta be some stops.
You got it going on like Donkey Kong.
Mm-hmm.
Way to get out, Michael.
Yeah, that was a good out.
I mean, we don't have. Yeah, I'm actually curious if the 64s, the 59s, where we would have been stopped out on. If we're following, Isaac threw a recommendation out there. Thanks for putting your brass on the table on understanding where to get in and out. He said 58s. He's taking a bit of heat on this trade, which is fine. Welcome to the world of trading. You will have losses are ordinary and necessary part of becoming a trader.
There it is.
And necessary.
Yep, I love it. It's true.
Believe it or not. So if you're new in here and you're just trying to figure things out, there's a lot of folks that traded, shared their levels. I'm long here to get to here, blah, blah, blah. You could either just watch it and say, I kind of really like how stacking bananas. I saw you in there. Kind of like what nice. What they're saying all the time. Or you're like, I don't want to listen to anybody in here. I want to listen to Deanna or whatever. It just gives you a little feel. So then you can start getting behind ideas to understand how you want to set up your own ideas, aka your trading plan, and all that kind of good stuff. Everybody should have a trading plan. We'll share a checklist in here too of how to set up a trading plan. It's just for newbies, you got to have one. Think about starting a business. You don't go without a business plan, or at least writing something down on how you're going to run it, what you're going to risk, what you're going to.
Coach Dakota in the chat. I'm done today. Hit my loss limit. One of those days. Catch you tonight. Thanks for the transparency, Dakota. The all can't be winning days. Dakota's been hot this April. It's one of those days. I guarantee you he won't lose sleep over it. He handles it like a pro.
Yep.
So, Michael, this is the profile for the S&Ps, including the overnight. So the opening ranges today is the high of the day. Yet overnight low was right here. This would probably be some place I would look to put a stop if I were long below this level.
John, here is what level? Yeah, 51 what?
51.64 quarter.
51.
Okay. What I'm being short, I want to see the market take that out and stay below it to get down to the value area low from Friday, which is around 52, which is where our current profit target is at. Looking at this 500 tick chart, I mean, so far we're still putting in lower highs and lower lows.
Yeah,
I'd like to see us hold below this swing high here at 51.71 quarter.
So we had Wolf talking about shorts below 300. This is 18,300. So we did that. Staying below that. Dakota and Isaac were leaning on the longs. Isaac should be still long, I believe, because he had 58s down there and as a stop, and 200s, 5,200 as a target. Dakota hit a stop. He was looking to get long, so we got some longs, long bias from the funded, live funded folks. We're going to be getting more. We got a process that we're building. So we get more of the live funded traders levels. We're going to be incentivizing them. Maybe when you become a live funded trader, you'll get an email saying, hey, if you share levels with us, you don't have to be in the chat. You don't have to just share levels. Give us a why. If we use your level, then there's some incentive that you're going to get. So Topstep tries to put everybody in the best position we can, because also your thoughts and opinions are really what we've been betting on, backing you on. And individually, we want to know as well, because then the house account becomes doing the same thing on an individual trade.
Oh, thank you for that heads up, Eddie. 3-month and 6-month auction. 3 minutes. Not necessarily the biggest market movers, but if it does come in out of whack on a line, markets will react. Equities, that is.
So I'm out of this now.
Yeah, I was just about to say, it seems like it's not, there's no follow through. So just bail.
And we're starting to put in higher highs and higher lows on a 500 tick chart. Something new that I'm looking at, but that was enough to take me out of that. We'll find something else.
Yep.
Another bus is coming down the pipe.
That's right.
And we got
58% long.
Yeah, YM's got YM 78% long, Michael.
Okay, and then you got the auction coming up. What does the auction do? The equities?
Not necessarily a whole lot unless it comes in super weak. If it comes in super weak, you'll see equity sell off. Super weak means the bid to cover comes in weak for every dollar offered by the United States Treasury. Less than $2 is bid for it. Typically 2.0 bid to cover is considered strong or good, average now. Anything beneath that is considered weak. Typically the bid to covers are above 2. Quick crash course in auctions.
Yeah, these are really short time frame. I mean, it's a 3 and 6 month bill auction, so
68% long, both S&P and Nasdaq. So they're getting long up here. A lot of folks said 30 minutes in, we'd be lower. That's right.
We're what? Yes, 60% said lower, and I think we're a little higher. Nice cover, John. Nice cover.
Yeah, that was about it for that one, right?
Yeah, we're range bound right now. We're consolidating. It's coming up to 10:30 here Central Time on fast markets.
What was the damage on that trade, Hogue?
It was up $112. Won't be long. It'll be 112,000.
JL in less than 60 seconds. Bottom of the hour. Not necessarily the biggest market movers, as John says, super short term, but you never know. TopstepTV, we keep you alerted and in tune with everything coming on the economic calendar, I should say. Not economic calendar.
I'm going to short it again now.
Range it.
It's 51.75s again. We're back at the 75s.
75%.
No, you talked about the 79s. 75%. Yeah, you're right.
75% on the ES long.
I wouldn't know. I mean, like right now, I at the house account, I've got no outs. If but then like, what's the end? I got the tilt becoming quite heavy.
Tilt's starting to show. Yep. Catching a bid, Isaac Rivera. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is. See, I was short, made money. Isaac's long. He's going to make money.
84% long YM.
That's how we do it, Isaac. That's how we do it.
76% long ES.
Andre, what do you want your theme music to be? Someone was asking.
I saw that question. I gotta give it some more thought. I have some ideas.
Some
we
ska
after. I did like ska back in the day. Pennywise, remember Pennywise? I was a Pennywise fan. Goldfinger. That's a good one too. That's a good one too. Can't Tell Me Nothing by Mr. West. It's a pretty good one. Eddie used to play that for me when I was the Euro Surfer way back in the day, Squawk Radio days. I was the Euro Surfer. And the intro song was Can't Tell Me Nothing by Kanye. It was a pretty good one.
Seinfeld theme.
Yeah, I know. We got it. Pennywise in the Sky. Sorry about that. Corrected. Finding Ultra correction. Thank you. Good job, Jack, starting up the what is ska and what is not ska.
I'm sure it'll be a spirited debate.
Yes, it will. So can't unsee that.
All right. We've got some answers. This just coming in hot off the wire. Our 6-month bill, high yield, they were looking at 5, or the previous was 5.120%, coming in at 5.155%, and the 3-month bill high yield, previous 5.225, coming in at 5.25%. So there you have it, our 3-month and 6-month bill auction. Coming up next, we've got some speakers later in the day. Back to you, Andre.
Thank you, Adi. I was just going to ask what else we got. We got speakers later on the day. We'll keep you posted here. Hey, MP, we got 78%, 79% long ES, 85% long YM, 72% long.
What'd you say about the 79, John? What'd you say about the 79s, 5179s?
That's the low of the initial balance. That's the range for the first hour where we extended below. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's a little more size. There's a little more size. Okay, the 5179s coming up to that. The low of the it's long, very, very long. It's taking
I
a
like
little
it
off.
short
This
here.
looks like it. Yeah, me too. Guys, what are we thinking? Everybody still said 30 minutes would
It's
still be
limited
lower.
risk.
To what? What's the risk up to?
I mean, if the initial balance holds, if this bar holds right here, I mean, your risk, you could be 4 points, but it's still coming back into that initial balance.
What, up to 85
level or 79 level? Pardon?
Up to 85s. I got short 79s.
Okay.
In the house account.
Okay. House?
Yeah, we're going to go in the house account where Johnny he talked about the 79s earlier. We have adjusting of some of the folks in here. Now,
Hey, Michael,
is this a slow? Is this a slow firm up? There's that question, I think, looming.
You don't want to risk a lot here because that incursion back into the initial balance, usually is a failed or a faded downside auction.
Short 79's house account size. What kind of size we talking about?
Just 10 on here, and it's
all right.
The tilt's very long, so we got a little bounce off the lows.
88%.
Will this firm up?
And why?
Yeah, will this firm up?
Heavy long. Yep. Let's get it, Michael.
Well, I'm trying a similar idea in golds, but I'm trying a short gold from the initial balance low.
Okay.
We also have some 89 MAs around these levels too.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be a continuation of the sell-off that I'm looking for.
Gold, 50-50 on the tilt.
Whoa.
Crude swinging around here. Wow.
It's getting a
there's a little teleporting going on here.
Yeah, it was, and we're still selling hard here in crude. Something. I mean, that was a 30-cent teleport right there, John. Were you looking at crude as well, John?
Gold too.
Gold too. Yeah. Something just.
Well, guys, jump over to gold. There's firming up happening.
Yeah, something's happening. Something's happening. This looks like news to me.
Eddie, keep us posted.
It does look like
watching
news.
the wire.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's just the auction.
It's tricky right now, guys.
We got voice today. I don't know what's going
on. Show us a chart, John. You got the gold up. What are you guys talking about in the gold?
Oh, S&P selling off gold. Saw a bit of a dip here. We teleported about $5 in 3 minutes to the downside.
Yeah.
67
to 62s. Gold or oil teleported
so
about
you guys
30
are calling
cents.
it now? Teleport.
I mean,
still short, Michael?
We used to call it the Matrix.
Yeah, we're still short. We are all still short. Guys, what's a good target on the downside? 5179 is where we're short. We had 64s and 59s as some levels that I was hearing and seeing in the chat. Mm-hmm. So the house account will look somewhere around that vicinity. And then we have the 79s right here with a stop up at 85.
We already traded to a point of control from Friday. I mean, I would look for the market to test the overnight low, which is, Michael, 51.64 quarter. But you may want to take some off and just let a couple runners on to do that if we do take a profit on this.
Well, what I don't like about this, and this is a collective trade for all of us, guys, if you like, if there's certain levels down, okay, so you got 51, 59.
NASDAQ is showing signs of rejection at the lows, Michael.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's failed the auction.
It's failed the auction.
You got hoops, 51.85. Stop up there. I'm at 51.86 on the house account with us all. Very long in the NASDAQ and S&P. 75% of folks that have an open position are long.
Mm-hmm.
There's a part of this that I don't like, and it's just sitting. Yep. When things sit, if it does feel like it grows legs, a lot of times the upside too.
Yeah, hang in there. I think we might be seeing some stuff from the Middle East here. Still 88%, almost 89% long in the Dow, 73% long ES, and 75% long in the NASDAQ.
$18,215 in the S&P, or sorry, NASDAQ.
Patience. Israel headlines. Nick T says, Israel headlines. Thank you. I like being short. One headline away from teleporting down 10 handles. Serious.
You guys, is teleport a new word? Because I got pulled pork from you guys. Is that a power hour word?
Yeah, he was trading NASDAQ during power hour. You know how the market just like vaporizes? They're just matrices.
It's like beat me up, Scotty, and then you're instantly there.
Much.
Yeah,
pretty much.
So price just like jumps or drops. You call it teleporting. Oh, it just teleported. Beam me up, Scotty.
All these longs still staying long. This tilt still staying heavy long in all the equities.
Hanging tough. 79 even is IB low.
79 evens. Well, we're right there.
Yep. 51.79 evens. Looking at the dome, it looks like there's maybe some liquidity above the market. 86, 85, 86, 51, 85, 86.
Yeah, there's a 500 out of
some liquidity below as well, but
yeah, there's a lot. It looks like from like the 83s all the way up to the 88s. Really? Okay, 90s. Look at the size, guys. It's 100, 200, 100, 100, 100, all this 300. All the way, and then you go down here and it's like pretty light. Yeah, sure, there's some hundreds in here, but it's not stacked.
Nope.
This is kind of stacked. Right here. It's just good to know. Can it rip through? Can the market's going to do anything it wants?
Thanks for hanging out, Frizzoo. Thin in the S&Ps. Definitely market has changed in the last week and a half. 90% long YM. Needs to grow.
Something from the EIA here. The U.S. adds pre-drilled wells for the first time in more than a year.
Adds pre-drilled wells.
It's, when you buy oiled fields from IKEA. All the holes are already drilled.
I knew you were going to say that.
Going somewhere with that. I like that.
Uh-huh.
Coach Robert. Happy birthday, Coach Robert. Saying YM making some moves.
Yeah, how do you pre-drill a well? That is very
drilled or not, right?
Army of Gophers.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There you go. Hey, this whole Gopher field, it's a home run. We already cut your cost in half. It's done.
Okay.
All right, MP.
We're doing all right now here, huh?
Little head fake, upside head fake there.
Yeah, you gotta hold that.
Oh, Michael.
Low.
Tilt is based on sim traders only. Yes, Michael Stanton. Sim traders only.
Yeah.
NASDAQ seeing some sellers. Crude seeing a pop.
Traded down 75s. Those 75s are interesting, but we were patient enough to wait for the 79s. 5179 and the
old college try the downside here. You drill it and don't pump it. Thank you, Jibo. That's what it is. You drill it and don't pump it. Pre-drilled low.
67.5. 51.67.5 is settlement. It's our current regular trading hour session low.
70. 71. What'd you say, John? 7 what?
7160 5167. There, sorry about the dyslexia there.
Okay. 67, 64s. That's an area.
Let's sell this thing.
All right, guys, we're short 10 in the house account. The house account is a collective input of everybody here in chat, folks that are on here and there, and live funded traders that we'll reach out to and get their thoughts.
At some point with one of these
opinions.
Trades, MP, we got to like just trail it and see if we can't take it for, 90K or something like that.
The big one.
With one of the house trades we made, yeah.
I think anybody would say they love that. I guess it's the question of how do you get that thought? Is that where you want Topstep to get involved with the trailing? Because we talked about peeling on and putting off a position as far as
all in, all out.
Yeah, what we would do. We're not sitting here saying this is what we are doing. We're getting in and out. This is what we collectively are doing. We as in Topstep TV folks. But it's we as in everybody here. So if there is, we'll do that. I think, Jack, that's where you do a poll, right? We'll get the poll involved.
I think that the trade management aspect is going to be hard to do with the audience. We can try it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we should be able to manage the trade at a certain point.
Yeah, I think so.
It was very helpful. It was very helpful when all you guys were helping manage the trade on Thursday.
Yeah.
The whole Eddie, Jack. Too many voices, though, just too many cooks in the kitchen, I believe.
Well, I think voices can be themed out. That's what I'm looking at. Voices can be themed out to two things: get long or short, and then
there you go.
the levels the levels can be ranged out. Is we have this, and this. It's stop. This is target. Therefore, that's how I envision it working. And this is building the plane in the air with you guys because we've always traded the house account. We've never done it collectively as a group. And that's really what we're trying to do here. And then you guys can see, all right, they're getting in, or you guys can do, or you can fade. What's your line, Dobie? # fade me, bro.
That one.
That's another one. It's another one of the slides.
Look at that graphic.
D, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm still looking at this gold. It's not really doing all that much at the moment.
No, nothing's really doing much of. Nothing's doing much of anything right now. Someone flip the off switch real quick. But as Dobie says, we cannot stay in this range forever.
Yeah, Isaac was saying he has solid rules, hard trailing parameters in his trading plan and strategy. He's going to trail a stop. He's got hard and set rules to do so.
That's good. And if you don't have hard and set rules, too, what I've learned, actively trading for myself before Topstep Jays, if you don't have those, then you're kind of getting in a wishy-washy, and it's hard to stay disciplined. Because if you follow your rules all the time, then you're going to actually know what you should work on.
Right.
Much better because your data is more consistent.
Still feeling good about this short?
Who?
You.
I have no thoughts and opinion. I have no thoughts and opinion here, guys. I'm trading our plan where I don't have a thought or opinion. I did what if we didn't have stop and all that.
You're like an algo.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've heard you've been referred to as a robot before.
By who?
I don't know.
I think it's the furthest thing I've become. I have no structure or planning in my life. There's no if thans.
Yeah. Just emotionless trading, Dakota style.
It's a very advanced robot.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yeah, well.
Robot.
I'll stop with the yes. Starting to see some sellers in the Dow a little bit.
We're back down at 75. 517.
Gotten quiet.
Yeah, I was selling off, Andre. Is that what you got?
Little bit. Down ticking, we'll call it. Shout out to Isaac for calling me out and saying it's not a big break. It's just inching lower. Wicks are getting taller too.
Creeping lower.
Creeping. Thank you. Rolling over. And, as our Series 3 question asked. That wasn't an easy one, Michael. That was an easy one, Michael.
That was easy. Jack just throws softballs out here.
It's Monday. He's gonna warm you up, man. I like it. Wait till Wednesday. It's like the New York Times crossword puzzle. Fridays are the brutal.
Oh, is that right?
Fridays are the brutal ones.
Oh, they're brutal on Fridays.
Yeah. They kind of warm you up, and then on Friday they just hammer you.
I used to do like 4 or 5 crosswords every day.
Yeah, it's good for the brain. Keeps you sharp.
Yeah. Well, we were still commuting, so I had 2 hours a day to do them.
Mm.
I never liked those things.
I figured that.
I'm more of a checkers guy, Andre.
Yeah,
more of a checkers guy.
You're not much of a.
Mike would do highlights.
Words. The word search. You know, you like all the big. You look for words and all those letters. Word search is ruled, man. So we're just chilling out right now. We got about 8 minutes left here in fast markets. Was a nice little open. That sell off to the downside. The opening trade in NASDAQ seems to be the trade of the day so far. Shout out to Stock Market Wolf for that one. Hope you guys enjoyed that. That was a nice call, nice execution, nice cover. And we haven't seen too much since. The numbers are NAHB came in line. So the other lines came in pretty much in line. The auction came in line. So everything's kind of going according to plan, so to speak. People have got a lot of earnings this week. We'll be rocking and rolling. I remember John KV was on this last week, and he's saying he's not even paying attention to inflation numbers so much. He's more paying attention to earnings. Earnings will influence the equities much more than in inflation. So we got jam-packed. We got earnings all week. So, yes, we'll rock and roll. And then, what's up, Michael?
Omo. Hold on. Omo. I shared it. And it's, where was it? FOMO is dead. Welcome to Omo. I don't know what that is.
Omo?
What is Omo? Missing out?
What?
Hold on. Okay. Missing out.
Okay, missing. Oh, okay.
It's okay
Jomo,
missing out.
Joy of missing out.
Yeah, Jomo. That's what I was.
Jomo D, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
This is Apple News. This is Barron's. Barron's isn't caught up with lingo. It's Jomo Barron's. That was a Barron's article I read.
Nice. Doing your weekly prep, reading Barron's. It's like to hear.
Try it. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a good one.
It's much easier. It's easier now to be prepared for the week of trading than ever before.
He's sitting in a leather chair next to the fire with a big old Barron's and just reads it front to back.
Snifter full of brandy.
Yeah, Monday morning.
Tobacco pipe with your smoking jacket on. Yes.
My top hat sitting on the table.
I was gonna say.
Spectacles drop down on my nose.
We get a graphic of what that would look like. You got production. We get a graphic of MP reading his Barron's with a tobacco pipe and a smoking jacket next to the fire. That would be fantastic.
All right. It feels like it's kind of like now it's firmed up a little bit. It's above the 80s. It's doing a little reach and it's putting a little pressure on those 85s that I have.
Mr. Monopoly. Exactly, Hoop. He'll look like Mr. Monopoly.
Keeps rejecting
90% long, 90% long in the Dow minis here. 79% long ES. I mean, the longs are building, as we can see. There is a negative delta in the ES too. We got to keep be mindful
12,000
of 12,000. Okay, we went from 18,000 to 12,000.
Yeah,
in the last 30 minutes.
They're all buying it now.
Yeah, they're covered.
All right, so we're about a handle and a half away from this. Do we let it hit? We let it hit our 85s because that's where we stay convicted on. Because that would be the 79s, John, that you were talking about. It's been sitting around there between 79 to 75.
Wow,
now it's turned up a little bit.
92% long in the Dow.
We just weren't getting any downside momentum, and now it looks more like a failed or a faded auction to the downside because we're back inside initial balance. NASDAQ has been basically staying inside initial balance.
It'll be a bummer if we get stopped to the tick here. What do we have? What levels do we have others sharing? And why did we pick the 85s one more time? Because we said we were going to risk 4 or 5 handles.
Because we didn't want price to get too deep into the initial balance.
Yeah.
So far, it looks like that was a good spot because it's coming off just a little bit now, but at least it didn't go right to it and hit it.
Yeah, the fact it's not pulling back very strong and it doesn't feel like it's flushed out those shorts, the weak shorts.
Yeah, and it feels like it's more diddle in the middle than anything else right now.
Yep.
This isn't Monopoly money we're playing with.
Right.
Bit of a pop here, NASDAQ.
Yeah.
Look at the 5-minute, of course. Crude selling off. D, you got that gold trade on?
Yeah.
Nothing happened.
Still
right?
sitting around initial balance edge.
Okay.
All right. This is where it gets a little.
It's good. White knuckle time, Michael.
Squeezing these shorts.
Just a little bit. A little bit.
There you go.
We'll get
There's a stop. Okay.
Yeah.
8,500.
All right, I'm going to get short now.
So, it's a good deal. What are we thinking now as far as the markets? Are they firming up? 75% long.
Volume's been dwindling, man. Volume's been fading ever since last hour. It's kind of drifting around here a little bit.
Kind of hanging.
Got 2 minutes left here in fast markets.
To the tech, 85.
Don't beat to the tick.
85,
Please just rally. Please just rally through this. Stop. Don't.
No cheerleading. Yeah, just to make you feel better.
I always. Just plow through it. Just please, just plow through this. Stop.
NASDAQ is still finding some legs to the upside here.
The worst, D. If I want to be, if I'm gonna be wrong, I want to be wrong. I don't want to be wrong.
Yeah, just one thing. The 85 is a round number.
I got 85 halves. Those were my stop. Yeah, I was working away from a round number, but of course the market knew exactly where my stop was, D, and it goes for it. No matter what size, if it's a 1 lot or a 100 lot, it's gonna go for it.
Yeah, it's true.
Not true.
I don't care what anyone says. That's true.
Not true. Yeah, I know. It's what I feel all the time, but it's not true.
All the time. All right. Well,
maybe I just had bad entries.
Less than 60 seconds. I did see Mr. Peter Tuchman has entered the green room, which is always exciting for us. He'll be joining us for Power Players. Up next, we got Peter Tuchman, Power Players, Top Quiz, Jack and Bonnie. I'm doing shoulder tap with Mick today. Sweet. Haven't done one of those in a while. Group coaching with JD and Hogue. Let's pin that. There it is. Pin to the top of the chat. Get those questions in for Hogue. That's a little bit later today. Then we got Strategy Lab with Anne Marie, as everyone likes. And then Power Hour. Wow. Daniel Inskeep, Dolby, and myself. Don't forget about Slow Markets with Mr. Dakota himself. D, thank you so much for joining us. John, nice little trade there. Michael, good to have you back after your nice call at the CME. That was a lot of fun. Michael, thoughts and words of wisdom for all the viewers out there as we transition over to huge Power Players with Peter Tuchman.
Yeah, it's Monday. Light and tight or be smart, because this is an opportunity making. The markets are an opportunity making machine. It's always what I learned.
Love it.
So always trade for tomorrow, because don't have whatever you do today create you or
ruin
have
tomorrow.
You from not trading. Ruin tomorrow. There you go. So patience.
All right. Thanks, guys. D, we will see you. D, we're going to see you tomorrow. Yes, Market's talking with D. We'll see you as Wednesday as well. John, we'll see you later today for group coaching. That was a lot of fun, guys. On the Power Players. Peter Tuchman in the house. Let's go.